starting from somewhere in top 8 for the Zero Championship, this time the summer one. And as always, we're here with the boy himself, Mr. Kai.
Yo, boys. What's
Yellow, the haps. But yeah, we're just waiting here. I'm gonna quickly share everything. We're currently in the second match of top 8, but we're gonna run through everything first and like give you guys a quick recap of what's happened. But just give me a second to share socials and then we'll be good to go. So the people see, ooh, the beautiful Blaster Joker and Photon prize cards that look absolutely fantastic. And then they show the gems, 100k for first, 80k for second. It's the same as Global, I think. So, very epic. And then, of course, the beautiful playmat with Blaster Joker and Photon. Blaster Joker looks so, like, extra possessed.
It looks so sick. Like,
yeah.
This is... It looks so good. If anyone's selling the mat, let me know.
That's right. Want to buy.
Yeah, if they're selling the cards as well, I'm kind of interested, man. Just
yeah.
It's like the best. I think it's the best mat. Literally the best mat they've released.
It's really good. It's really good. I kind of like the stained glass, like Blaster Blade, Blaster Dark one a lot too. But
oh yeah.
This one is really good. So there's also a Twitter campaign happening. You can tweet with hashtag 0CS, and some people will get gacha tickets, and you can also retweet the main tweet, and 5 people would win 10 packs. So then here's our top 16 that we started with. So we had Ren versus Brutia. Then we had AZ versus, this was Cha-Cha. Then we had Shirataki versus Touchy Me. Oh, Touch Me, wow, what a name. Or then we had...
Hey, I remember him.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was, I think he's from Overlord, the anime series, but I think he topped one of the championships a while back, right?
Oh, did he? I don't really remember, to be honest.
Both of them.
Oh, well, there we go. Touch me, everyone. Touch me. Then we had Yuji against Yamekake. So that was the first side of the top 16. Then we had Dotto come through once again, go up against Chagi. And then on right next to him, so this could be a really fun top 8, depending on how things went down. Aren versus Hisapon. And Aren repping 2 teams. He's got OG in his name and Barcelona in his name too. So that's looking pretty hype. Then we have Nidaime versus Yuki. Nidaime, of course, been here many times. And oh boy, I think I see a fan favorite down here as well. Let me move my face right here real quick. Because on the bottom side, we have, so this is Nidaime versus Yuki, and then we have Yuzu versus Super Battle Dome 2. Y'all, this is not just Battle Dome, this is not Battle Dome 2, this is Super Battle Dome 2. Y'all better give some love to Super Battle Dome 2, because goddamn, that's the man right there. So how did top 16 actually take place, right? We had the first set between Bruti and Ren. So this one started out. Let's quickly skip around and see how it went down. They also show the skills now on screen, which is really nice. Sad we're going to be blocking them with our faces.
Where's the skill? Where's the skill?
That's right. So I think Brutia took the first game here. This one took quite a while, I remember.
Oh yeah, I think there was some technical issues.
Yeah. So Brutia, I think, took it 2-0. Brutia had the lineup of Shadows, Narukami, Kagero against the same lineup of Shadows, Narukami, Kagero, and managed to take it. The great showing off why it's a powerful force. Running with Blazing Flare as well, which is pretty exciting. I mean, that's like a good way to get rid of your soul as like a one-of. So then they played some mini-games.
Old tech that Alan played last season as well.
Yeah. Indeed. Alright, let's see if we can get the top 8 visual for you guys here. Did they even show it? I think they did more mini-games again.
They did. It was a bit later though, I think.
Oh, I found it. Alright, so here is... Oh no, Aren died! That's unfortunate. Aren didn't make it through the top 16. We could have had Dotto versus Aren in the top 8. That's really unfortunate.
That's a chance for Dotto, man.
That's true.
Dotto is championship to take.
Dotto gamers, rise up once more. So yeah, then we had... So Brutia won. Yep. Damn. Aren... He's also repping 2 teams at once, so it's like, oh... So Cha-Cha beat AZ, then Touch Me beat Shirataki, Yamekake beat Yuji, Dotto beat Chagi, Hisapon beat Aren, Nidaime beat Yuki, and Yuzu beat Super Battle Dome 2. No! Battle Dome, no! Oh man, that's unfortunate. That is really sad. Well, and now that's where basically where we're at. We had Cha-Cha versus Brutia earlier. Cha-Cha bringing Bermuda but getting it banned out. Nobody wants to play against that. Definitely not. And let me see how this ended, actually. So, this was game 2. Oh no, this was just a quick 2-0. Wow.
Yeah, it was quick.
It was Brutia's win, 2-0, damn. Fast, speedrun. And now, we're here between Yamekake and Touch Me. So I think we're still in game 1, holy hell. We started this stream 10 minutes ago and it was game 1. And I think he like miswrote and didn't write grade 3 or something, but here we are. So now it's gonna be... Oh no, this is game 2, never mind, they updated it. Yamekake took game 1, and now it's a Kagura mirror match.
The best mirror match.
Damn, 2 legends already dethroned. No Battle Dome, and no Aren. Dotto is the one keeping the boomer hopes alive.
Yeah, the funny thing is though, is Aren and Battle Dome, if that's the same Battle Dome,
pretty sure it is.
Anymore,
True, yeah, they already got their invite to the super final, to the right. You know, the ultimate
so
final.
Just Dotto needs his invite from the older
the Boomer Squad.
Yeah.
All right, so using Overlord here. Oh, I mean, whether you choose to use Overlord or the Nouvelle, you're burning through the front row, but at least this way you have bodies on the board to swing with. All right.
So what's interesting is I think they removed the Nouvelle engine from these Perdition lists because we had in the previous meta we had like you just run the normal Perdition with Nouvelle, but now you got Great, so you don't really have much space in your deck. So just got full Perdition, yeah.
That's right.
I think it's
triple good. PG, touch me out here. Definitely touching some PGs right now. Surviving, right. Just like that. Let's go.
I think the meta game, like, this sounds pretty normal because it's 0, right? But you know how 0 is revolved around PGs a lot. But in this meta, it is much more imperative to get 3 PGs into your hand because there's so many decks that can kind of
steamroll,
force 3 PGs out in just one turn.
Yeah.
Because intercepts sometimes just don't matter, right?
Yeah, honestly.
So many ways to remove intercepts.
I wonder what is he holding on to in hand? He's like so reluctant to call down.
Oh, what?
Oh. Is it a PG? What could possibly be more worth to put right there? Especially when you know your opponent only has... Oh, he's trying to break through the heals. Okay. I like that. I like that. Alright, touch me. Let's see if there's a heal trigger. There is not. And that's going to be 1-1. So now we have the tied up set between Touch Me and Yamekake. So this is going to be a close one.
Right, next will be Shadow versus Kagura then. Which is,
that's right.
I don't know, who does that really favor? I think it's kind of even, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's one of those matchups that's very much like, oh yeah, this completely counters. You know, like Revengers against Brawlers is pretty nice because you clear your board so that they can't power up from hitting your stuff. So yeah.
But also I've seen some of the Revenger plays. They can play very, very aggressive against Brawlers. They can go just go ham.
Yeah.
And kill you as quick as possible because you're not a Kagura. You don't have ways to really dig. Well, you do have ways to dig for perfect guards. But it requires like a Helena, right?
Yeah.
And a multi-attack.
Yeah.
That's your only way. And it's not really plussing, you could say. So you have much more ways to just be aggressive and then put on a big finisher turn and just kill your opponent very quick.
Yeah. It was Kapiringu Joka. Yeah, I didn't lost top 16. It was quite unfortunate. You can also see that Namuru graduated from the Johnny Depp Academy. He's shaved his mustache. Still looking beautiful though.
Yeah, I kept my beard and mustache. I was like gonna go, yeah, look. Namuru 3 months, he's definitely got that beard going. He's probably got that thing going on, but one step ahead once again. You know?
Yeah, I mean, as you said earlier, right? It's summer, it's hot and humid in Japan. I think having a mustache during this kind of season is just actual hell.
I think it's really annoying to trim as well because
Yeah.
I was like asking Solon for tips. I'm like, how do you just keep your beard so strong, right? And he's like, you gotta grow it, man. I'm like, oh, it's a bit hard.
Yeah, yeah, I can't imagine. I'll happily live with baby face for the rest of my life.
Do you ever have to shave?
I have to shave every day, yeah. I get a really annoying stubble.
Okay.
Or like I always get like, a stubble every morning, but it's,
Wow, it's crazy.
it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
Have you seen the players who are playing witches of Shadow Paladin in the early
Wait, what?
meta of this season?
Really?
So I played a lot of witches when the leaders just came out. It was really annoying because they would minus your power for like when you're playing brawlers, they would minus your power so they could actually hit you, right? But
Yeah.
then if you're playing against the leaders, they would minus your power so they could still hit you as well.
Oh, that's annoying. Wow.
Yeah.
No, I never saw them. I really never saw them.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt we'll see them, but it was a pretty interesting development. And I mean, they got buffed, so
Yeah.
next month.
Next month might be hot. I feel like we might get like, I wonder if we're gonna get more like game-changing buffs. Like I want to see something like Chaos go back to like Soul Blast 1 on luck or something. I want something
I mean,
like that.
it's not like the effect isn't there because you know when Ian screwed up their patch.
Yeah.
He did have, like an unnerved Chaos Breaker running around.
Yeah. Or ditch 1 instead of 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and chat is saying Revengers fell off a bit because at the beginning of the season there was so many deleters, man.
Yeah.
You play a break ride deck against the deleters,
Oof,
just scoop it up, right?
Scoop face.
Yeah, now you can actually ban your bad matchups, or you're playing against decks that aren't deleters. There's less deleters now. There's a bunch of brawlers, and technically, like Revengers versus brawlers. Okay, it's not too great, but it's not too bad either.
Yeah.
You still have that high power finishing turn especially against brawlers who don't really respect you as well. They're like favorable matchup. It's free. It's free.
All right, well, here we go. Both players kind of rushing and countering each other's rush. We see Touch Me not letting that grade 1 stay. I like that grade 1, the 5k forever retire one.
Yep.
It wasn't like it was. I remember in the TCG had a time where it was played too. I think it was like with Blade Master, like back in G. Something like that.
Whoa. Yeah. I think like one thing, the priority targets right now in the meta is really boosters. Like, of course, boosters were always like important before, but there's so many ways to like really get rid of them now. You still want to just get rid of them, right, as a priority target because you don't want them sitting there giving your opponent like advantage, power, etc. For a long time. Especially, some decks cross ride like brawlers. It just makes life hell for your opponent.
Yeah. It feels like TCG as well, where boosters aren't allowed to survive.
Yeah, it's one of the important things because like there's so many ways to actually deal damage to your Vanguard, but a lot of times without the booster, that's the difference. That's the difference between 3 successful attacks on your Vanguard versus like 2.
Yep. All right. 2-0 right now. All right, time to slowly accrue advantage with Mordred. There we get the skill pop up as well. Oh, that's interesting.
Only 2 attacks?
Yeah. I guess you want to just take it a bit slowly here. Like, you only have 4 cards in hand. You erode one of your Swordbreakers, so that's less that you're plussing from this Judge Bow as well. So, I guess you gotta take it a little bit slowly. Alright, what about Yamekake though? I'm guessing your first ride is still like, the grade, because now you have like a target as well to go into, just keep filtering.
I think it doesn't really matter, because you can even ride Pain Laser, because he's gonna have like 1 column, which is full ride. But at the same time, you don't really care about that column, I guess.
Yeah. You're giving him heals to the drop too.
You can just let him replace the heal by themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're gonna overcall that anyway. Alright, there's the one Swordbreaker and
He only has 4 cards in his hand though, so 5 now.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if he's gonna push I think it's a perfect time to push them a break rate. Just push to 4.
Yeah.
And if he really wants to do his combo, he can.
All right, there's the great. Now just question of his drop zone, like how is he gonna set up for Legion? Man, it's crazy. We've had what only 2-0 championships in the Legion format. I feel like for break ride we had so many.
Oh, the break rate went for a long time.
Yeah, G is gonna go for extra long too, because like G doesn't really have like difference in mechanics. It's just like keywords, and then later like ultimate stride, and that's it. And G guards, I guess. G guards, yeah.
Yeah.
But they all still feel like this, all the same like timeline, all the same like consistency, right? It's no big like, whoa, new mechanic.
Well, I guess. Okay, well, in a way, very early G, right? The earliest of G was kind of still Legion, right?
Yeah, it was.
I mean, like I'm just talking about like first set as well.
Yeah.
But I think definitely the first ride that made a huge impact, was Thavis. Was it Lambros?
Yeah, Lambros, yeah.
Lambros, right? Because one, Aquaforce back then was just like kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
But then Lambros was the true, the true power of a stride.
Yeah, it was the first like tier 1 pure G deck, like no legions, no like random. I mean, Tidal Assault was there, but we ignore that.
Tidal Assault was already a good card.
Yeah, it was always good.
But yeah, it was definitely one of the strong G powerhouse decks that first came out.
All right.
For a clan that like at the time was like not that amazing, and now it became like really good. Like before it was like popular, right? I noticed English players, global players liked Aquaforce. Now it became like popular and good.
Yeah. We saw the uprising. Damn, what a strong turn for Yamikake here though. Like he went Burnout to take care of the Doran, and then the great skill for the restand, burn to Makoragas, the grade 1s, and push to 5, like from 2 to 5. That's really good. Strong turn. Let's see how Touch Me will be able to bounce back with the Abyss.
Right now in the format there's a lot of decks that will just easily push you 2 to 5. Brawlers do the same thing. Kagura, you don't put up any. Even if you put up intercepts, actually, he might not have the counterblast, but
yeah,
because he had no intercepts, it's easy 3 damage right off the bat.
Yep. Ooh, Vanguard.
To prey on heals.
Yep. Yeah, Revengers I think are going to stay strong for a very long time. Like they're falling off just because new stuff is more shiny and exciting, but this deck is going to stay viable for so long. Like when the Abyss, not the Abyss, when the Diablo stuff comes out, still going to be played. Like it's also the nature of Zero with like the forced grade ratios. You're gonna just want to play good cards like this, right? So
yeah. Like the reality is, PBA is a restander that puts cards back into your deck. That's just
exactly.
Good.
Exactly.
That's just how Zero is.
Yeah. Like the only downside of Legion is that you need the grade 2 slots as well, which like some decks will definitely not have the space for in the future, but still, it's gonna be exciting to see. Alright, using Abyss's skill, retiring the back row, restanding the Vanguard. Pushing to 5 as well. Let's see if we can heal down here. Does not. That's... Ooh. That could be bad, because you could just go for the Vortex and just burn the front row.
Yeah, the other problem is that one perfect guard opens to the bottom of the deck. So,
yeah.
At best, he has like, what, 3? Which is fine.
Yeah. There it is.
He won't have. He don't have intercepts.
Yeah, exactly.
New era of Vanguard. No intercepts. No intercepting.
That's right. Here comes the Legion Vortex. Just needs the Persona Blast, and that's it. Can burn too. I think for Touch Me, this might be time to touch the final stage goodbye. Yeah. Alright, boom, boom. Damn, look at that power up too.
Yeah, the power up is so good for Petition, because you usually have this issue where like when you use Dragon Newt's effect, right? Usually you ping. This time he doesn't ping, but usually you ping, and then you can't make 3 attacks because your opponent's on 16.
Yeah.
and one pushes them up to 16, 21 or 26, right? So it's like usually there's a side column and then a Vanguard attack, but because something gets 16k, that thing's hitting. That side
Yeah.
is usually hitting. So it's pretty good.
Ooh, only one PG in hand for Touch Me. Let's see if they can see 2 heals on a road to survive here. They will not. And just like that, Yamekake is going to take it and go to top 4, ending Touch Me's journey here in the top 8.
Unfortunate. That's
Yep.
that's just how it is. That's just how it is.
Yep. I mean,
Showing why petitions, man. Petitions. Very, very good. You can grind for petitions as well,
yeah.
The grade is in the
Yeah.
ladder right now. Only
Yeah,
for a few more days.
I've been grinding, man. I got my 2 Neo Flames last season. Now I just need my second, the Great, from the top 1000, and then I can play the deck finally.
Oh, okay. What legend are you right now?
Like 10, literally 10.
Oh, that's pretty good. I've been grinding pretty hard too.
I think like 13, 14 should be top 1k this season. I hope.
That's good. I'm kind of like legend 1.
No. Grinding extra hard, I see.
I'll be there
Grinding
soon.
extra hard.
I'll be there soon.
It's time for the run back. Oh my god.
I don't know. I always leave it to like the last few days to grind. It's a bad habit, but that's what I'm hoping for. All the 45 points.
Yeah, true. You farm the higher people, but then you get unlucky and you run into all the other people that are doing the same thing as you, and they're all just Legend 0.
Yeah.
So
I just hope I can outplay them.
yeah. Oh man.
I don't know. Like I feel like these 2 past seasons have been pretty. In JP at least has been like a bit lower. Like the top 100 has been pretty easy to get. Well, not 100. I mean top
1K.
1000.
Yeah. It has. I think it's been like that for a while though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The games are a bit longer. So
yeah, games take a lot longer. Yeah. Yeah, was it lousy? Man, Yuhi looking good with the little the bow tie.
Oh yeah. This guy, the guy in the center, he's ready. He's ready, dude.
Yeah. Man, he's so busy. I literally see him commentating everything. Like, it's insane. He does so many fighting games too. Yeah. Actually, I don't know how to. I don't know how he does it. Yeah, Fuki. Let me look at his Twitter. I'm gonna literally find all the other things he's been doing. Yeah, he's doing Pokemon. Yeah, he's been recently did Pokemon. What else? Oh, I did Pokemon Unite. Oh my god.
Unite.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Maeda-san switched in for one of the Vangirls. All right, so.
Oh, this should be the Dotto match, right?
Oh, Dotto versus Hisapon. Kagero, Narukami Bermuda versus Bermuda Kagero Royals. Secret time.
That guy not bring Narukami is insane.
All right, here are the deck lists. For first, ooh, Dauntless. Right, I forget that they show off the list. So this is Dotto's 3 lists. And then this is Hisapon's 3 lists. I'm gonna hide myself.
Jewel Knights.
Oh, Jewel Knights! Let's go! Oh my god.
Pretty sure Bermuda's getting banned from both sides, right?
For sure. Oh, Dotto. I'm sorry, I might have to betray Dotto gang, but Jewel Knights in Legion are really fun. It has like a really strong turn 2 pop off.
It's very easy to get crits for it.
Yeah, and also like on turn 2 you can make you attack with 9, then you can make 19 and 29. Like literally your 3 attacks are 9, 19, 29. So you can get over like double defensive, which is like most decks can't do that on turn 2, but Jewel Knights can.
Yeah, I think it sets up pretty good. Like you rush brawlers, and then the turn off that you get a crit on your Vanguard and make like
exactly
two lethal attacks.
Because the deck has a weaker late game than anything else, or not anything else, but it has a weaker late game than any of the other meta decks. Because all you do is gain crits, so you gotta like make use of the one strength you have, which is like just insane, ridiculous early game, and like control that momentum and try to win before they before brawlers start like punching through everything, before the leaders start like rushing you back, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, like an endgame's not bad when all you do is search, intercept, put heals back. So.
Oh, let's go! We're gonna see it too.
Oh, hey, the Bermuda is not banned on Dotto's side. Actually, the
Wow. That's interesting.
Because Brawlers is scary, man. This is scary, bro.
It is, but
Actually, no. This is probably correct because Brawlers beat the Jewel probably beats the Jewel Knight matchup pretty well.
yeah.
Like Brawlers versus Paladin is pretty easy, and technically, you can beat Bermuda. It's not a.
Yep.
It's not like Bermuda is totally unbeatable. Right?
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
Yeah. It could be. I think it's the correct choice. And then Dotto would definitely pick the correct deck to ban because just get rid of the most annoying one.
Yep.
There's
So
only
he's
one
going-
annoying deck out of those three.
That's true. So he goes for this. Like his starter choice is the one that powers up things that are called during the, or like that are called from your deck if you have enough Jewel Knight rearguards, which makes for the really cool like battle phase combos with Algaro, which is like on hit, Soul Blast 1, call Jewel Knight, grade 1 from your deck. So if you call 10k attacker, it's like a 13k attacker. If you kept the booster alive, then that's, pretty good. So you can actually do cool, cool little combos with that thanks to the starter. So I like the choice. Some people still play Tiffany for like the turn 2 play, but I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to control, because that means like he made it out from top 16 with this, which is very exciting.
I mean, this is a pure Jewel Knight deck, right?
Yes,
So he's
it
running
is.
Miranda, no Ganslot kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's kind of, but actually, Dotto's Kagura deck I think is kind of unique because it is running the Dauntless build.
Yeah, I haven't seen much Dauntless. Like, I want to take a look at the deck list from earlier too, because they definitely were running like pain lasers. Like, there's like still several variants of Perditions just like before, right? You got the pure, got the Dauntless version, and now you have this one with the
I think we see more of the
Nouvelle
pures
too.
and see more of the pures. I think the Dauntless one is a bit not seen as much.
Yeah, for sure. Oof,
how it works.
not the defensive. Don't shut down the aggro. What stars Jewel Knight's using? It says when your Jewel Knight rearguard is called, if you have 4 more Jewel Knight rearguards, give it plus 3k. So it's battle phase combos.
That's really good for Dotto as well. Stopping aggression, keeping it slow. Although he does have Dauntless for limit break, he doesn't need it. And here his drop zone is set. He can start pushing like damage now. So that one.
Yeah.
Easy game.
Easy breezy. Still chilling.
Always chilling.
Yep. Is it once per turn? No, it is not. As long as you keep calling as long as you keep calling stuff when you have 4 more Jewel Knight rearguards, they will get plus 3k. I think it has to be placed from deck though, if I'm not mistaken.
I actually don't run that starter. I was running the hybrid.
Oh, damn.
Running my hybrid deck, man. It's like I can't get away from my buddy gets a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you watched my deck and fight for Alfred Exiv, but Ganslot came through for me in a very different way than we're used to. I had basically, for context, I had this game against Bermuda, right? He kept like ditching and drawing and trying to find PGs, but they kept getting drive checked or like going to damage. And then he was at 3, and I didn't have a grade 3. All I had was Ganslot, so I just like didn't ride for 1 turn. And then he pushed me to 4, and I was like, wait, I could ride Ganslot, use a skill twice to try to win, and it worked. Actually based.
This is the 1998 plays, man.
That's right.
At the beginning of Vanguard.
Yep. Oh, going for Ashley here is gonna be a bit of an aggressive. Well, the aggressive start comes from just literally Sword Me. Like, Sword Me is such a godlike card. It was one of the most expensive PRs of all time for a reason, let's just say.
I mean, because you ride Ashley, you can start setting up your hand again to get the good. Right.
All right.
He went for Legion immediately, then he can't use the.
Oh, the
Rents.
heal is good. The heal is good. Or he's up on a hope he found a PG as well. Alright, push to 3. Pretty good. And now he's got the pressure of like, oh, you give me 4 damage? It's time to face these crits. Time to face these crits.
I don't even think he can deal 4 damage.
No, I don't think so.
But he can start grading, you know. He can start using that skill to filter his hand as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Crazy thing is like you lead him back to heals. Now you have like 4 chances of healing down again to slow down the game even more.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty good.
All right. The Great gonna be doing great things here. Just gotta see what the front row is gonna be because you can still push them to 3 this turn.
Yeah.
It just depends on what kind of attackers he has.
I think 3 is gonna be the expected value. The cool thing, because you have the Grey now, you're not too fussed about. You're not fully reliant on Dragon Newt.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Throw down these 12Ks and not feel bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's always what hurt. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Either start or the grade 1. Like, grade 1 is also annoying because it puts... No, it banishes the Ashleys. Oh, they should buff that. They should make them go back to deck instead of banish.
That's right.
You
Now
know,
we're thinking
more than anything with these buffs, I wish they would just add Limbrick removers to every clan. Just literally just give out Limbrick removers to every clan. That would shake up the meta so much more than these buffs. Like, oh my god.
It'll definitely make the next month pretty interesting.
It would have been so... We could have had something so great, but no.
There's still a few more days, right? Like,
Yeah.
doing the game.
Alright, the Great restanding with the 2 draw. Very good plus. So push to 3. Basically also telling Hisapon, like, hey, you gotta keep having stuff like Sword Maze to keep your own aggression going.
Wow, that is a sad bunch of drive checks, you know. You put all those triggers back and trigger playing. You probably drew like 2 heals or something.
Yeah, must be. All right. How will Hisapon deal with not having Limb Break here? It's cool, like, even at the very end of Legion, we still see Break Rise, right? It's pretty happy. Hey,
Yeah,
Ashwin was good.
Yeah.
We have alerts muted for the time being, but during breaks, I'll unmute them. Oh, there's a Sword Me, thank God.
Oh, you still got the Miranda as well. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just
in
push
a way,
bit by
like,
bit.
Like the Dauntless one is a bit not as crazy. Like, but you know, we still see like the we don't really see Gansel today. We still at least see Mr. Revenger.
Yeah. Mordred is still very crucial.
Ashley Jewel Knight build. I think this could be making waves. You know.
Yeah.
I've always been like a Jewel Knight fan, except they've never really been that good.
I mean, this is not the first time we see Jewel Knights in 0 CS either, man. Oh, that's pain. He self-damaged the heal, but the card that went back was the grade 1. That is actually pain. God damn it, self-damager. Useless. Actually useless.
They need to buff self-damages. They need to be smarter.
Yeah. Please give us selective damaging. I beg.
Just at least put triggers back instead of non-triggers, right?
Mm-hmm. Man, that's pain. All right, let's see here.
It's only 1 heal. It's not even a Ganslot, right? It's not even Ganslot.
Yeah, honestly, feels bad, man.
Dude, I am so scared of like the time. And whenever I watch the 0 CS, I'm just like, dude, these guys, their time management. Why do they have to cut it so close?
I know, right? It's always like the last bar barely running out. Like, oh my god. Actual
What happens if you
Paranoia
lag,
City.
dude?
Yeah.
And like, you start the battle phase with only 2 bars. It's like...
It's actually pain.
He comes the dubs, right? He comes all the triggers.
Yeah, finally they're
Like,
here.
what about the animations as well? Like, it just... Like, look at this.
Yep. Burn the grid 1. Controlling the field really well, like using the combos he has available to just keep things under control. Oof, double strike and hello.
It's gonna go through his deck really quickly.
Yeah, down to 12 cards already, goddamn.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. Grade 2 is
You can get another heal.
so swole, oh my god. Ooh, Julia, wow. Didn't even notice that in the deck list.
Wow, look at double draw. Now his hand is swole again.
That's right. And now Dotto's gonna be left at... Oh, okay, I was gonna say it's gonna be left at 3 damage, but it looks like Ashley Reverse will be the play instead. Please buff Ashley Reverse, make her only lock 1.
He can't be left at 3 damage, right? Because I think Dotto's running new nulls.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I was more so thinking like if he rode the Legion, he would have been able to have 2 crits.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
But it won't be the case.
I forgot about that Ashley skill. It was, I mainly remember that she calls 1 now because it's like the way better effect.
Yeah.
This is OG Ashley in the TCG was like, yeah, get a kiss. Like, whoa, are you for real?
Yep, that's it.
For real, bro?
That's all we're doing. All right. I guess you just search Miranda for more PG search. Yeah, Miranda's still the best.
Yeah,
it's a nice column too. 21.
You only give 1 CB as well, so they can only do like the great skill like once, right?
Yeah, no vortex. That's the important part.
Yeah, and he can't retire more, so a lot of his cards will stay alive in the back row, which is pretty good.
Yep. Alright, the draw was nice. Down to 6 cards though, gotta have a Legion soon. Alright, there's the first PG. Literally the first PG of the game. Between both players.
Next turn he can set up 2 kill turns of like Legion, so that's pretty good.
Yep. Let's see. Hey, Self Girl, thanks for the bits. We'll run through alerts during your break. Appreciate it.
What is Dotto gonna do here though?
Yeah, so we did see a PG go down to bottom for Royals, but that's of course could change with the Legion. I'm assuming he has a Legion in hand because 6 cards in deck is scary.
Dude, his time is scary. Oh, dude. Dude,
don't look at it. Just blur out the bar of time and pretend it's not there.
Bro, when I see that yellow, I'm like, just going like, oh, dude. I hope,
it's like in Shadowverse when it starts shaking.
Yeah. Dude, like you're waiting for like an effect to finish.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh come on, I need to. My Latica still needs to attack, dude.
Yep. Still dancing and screaming. You're just waiting for it. Oh, PG.
I mean, his opponent has like 6 cards in deck, but no, Dotto only has 5.
Ooh, double PG, so we survive.
Yeah, it'll go down to 4 because he can take 1 more damage. So then he draws and becomes 3.
Yep. Alright, Ivan. The Legion is really important here. It's a question if Dotto has a Legion in hand either.
I mean, he's been discarding a lot.
Ooh.
They actually
those heals back.
Okay.
I like it.
But in a way, heals can help you deck out.
Yeah, honestly. It's like you put back 4,
sure
but you take out 1, so you're only on 8. Check double heal, you're on 6 again.
I think he's probably has no more PGs after that. Puts back 2 heals and a PG.
Yeah.
Sword me.
Yeah, just a Legion with. You saw he didn't have any left because otherwise he would have called it from deck with Evane's on right skill.
Yeah. I mean, do you deal 1 damage here? Okay, he does.
Ah, he will, okay. Actually surprised, I would have... I think it's just for the deck out, I guess, right?
Yeah, put that pressure on.
Oh.
But, like, here if he doesn't heal, right, he could draw the PG.
Yeah.
He has to face against the Great again. Oh, no, he can't the Great because he has new cards in deck.
Exactly, he has to, like, rewrite in Legion, otherwise it's 3 Tech City. This is more close than you would expect. Wow.
Dotto is taking a long time to think, man.
Uh-oh. Yep. Nameru is saying as well, this seems a little bit tough, judging from how...
Scuttle is Legions, dude?
Oh, no. No Legions?
Bro.
That means that he might have a draw, like, at the top of the deck. Wait, what? Huh?
Is there no 2s deck? Does he...
Wait, but then that PG goes to the bottom now, so he can't even draw into it anymore. Unless literally the next card is a PG that will help him survive, but... Oh, this is to make these kind of... Okay. Was that... Oh, that was the only way he could actually burn through both CB, I guess. Both count intercepts, right? So he's not using the skill, he just wants to burn through both intercepts with the... Oh my god, Dotto big braining right here, but still 2 PGs for Hisapon. Oh my god.
Dude, I thought that had to hit the Vanguard, man.
No, it doesn't have to hit the Vanguard, but I completely forgot that that was on the table right there. Wow. Hisapon barely hanging on. Still had another PG in hand. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, I see that effect, that great effect, always used against back rows.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
But you
wow,
can pop the front row too.
Wow.
Wow, Hisapon winning with Jewel Knights, and goes to show why, like, the ability to filter with Miranda is still so huge to find those PGs.
You could say though, if he rode, like, you either go for the win here, or you ride the Dragon Newt and put back heals.
Yeah, yeah.
It's another way to do it, right? And I mean, I guess he's looking at it and going, he could still crit me and I lose. But
Yeah, exactly.
it's a bit of a hard choice. You could, like, going for the win now, or trying to lock out the win. It comes down to timing, I guess.
Yeah, that was just... Wow. I want to look at the deck list later again. For those curious about the deck list, you can see them in the mainstream. They kind of go through it. We'll look through them later as well.
I love going. I like how they release all this, because people hardly release, like, their zero lists. You go to Twitter and type in, like, Vanguard zero deck lists. It's like, I want to see what people are running, but no one posts their list. Because, you know, it's like not a thing, right? So the only lists we ever have are like these lists that we get from these tournaments,
Yeah.
or like the game with lists that they make.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like sometimes if you ask, like I think Aiden will sometimes share a list if you really ask him to. But I think they also keep them like, because they have tournaments all the time, right? So they're keeping, you know, tech.
Yeah.
They're hiding tech and just waiting.
Yeah, but also, it's also if they release it, then a lot of people will probably copy it for ranked as well. And you see, like, I think like last month or something like that, where Link Joker was kind of the thing. That was kind of a more kept secret deck.
Yeah.
Some people grinded with it. So yeah.
We do have a little deck list on the Vanguard Zero Events Twitter, so you can check that out there as well. Very exciting.
Nice. So now we're having a Kagura mirror, I think.
That's right. Yeah, I think it's Kagura Mirror.
Look to see Bermuda, man.
Yeah, Dotto doesn't want to take it yet. He knows how exhausting to play that deck is. Alright. Yeah, and Uki was saying, like, their lists for Kagura are very different too. You know, the one playing Dauntless, the other one not. It's definitely a huge difference.
Yeah, I think so. I'm guessing Hisapon's just playing the standard list, right? The Petition.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's actually Nouvelle. Look at that.
Oh,
That's
wow.
the English friendly, you know. Us English players, we like our Nouvelle engine. I still think it's very good too. I still think it's very good. It's just such a like lean engine. Like you don't need to like you run like a grade 1, a grade 2, and a grade 3, a grade 4, I guess. You know.
Yep.
And it's still a great finisher if you need it.
That's right. You know, you don't want them to heal. This is the way.
Yep.
This is the way.
Yeah, striking. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't even run the grade 2 for the Nouvelle package anymore. Like it's also just like grade 1, grade 4. Just to search your grade 3s.
Grade 2 was the lowest value anyway.
Yeah, it really was. I only ran as like a 2-3 for a while too.
Yeah. It's like, and eventually, what, you have like a bunch of like CB1 retires, or Petition, a Dragon Newt is like a CB2 retired 2, right, which is just perfect.
Yeah.
More decks run resist now as well. And you have the grade. The grade is basically CB1 retire.
Yep. And here we see the deny for Conroe on his up side. Just right pass. Don't have to worry about anything.
That's the stricken deny.
Yep. What's the response? Oh, he does run the grade 2. Okay.
It's got a critic, man. Is this? Yeah, this has to be. Oh, this is like basically lost. Last meta is kind of petition build minus like what the ends and things like that. You just put in the grades.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And mine is velocity for the Neoflame, I guess.
The Bellicosity is so good though.
Yeah, I don't see anybody running low anymore. I feel like it's been
Oh, no,
replaced
last
because
game-
of the grade 1 countercharger.
Last game, both players were on Bellicosity at some point, right?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. So I guess it's kind of
Ooh.
interesting. Kagura is not the feature of this current meta game. Right? It's like,
Yeah.
it basically just has been brawlers. So no one really has like this insane figured out Kagura list.
Yeah. Like, brawlers are very much like, play these cards. Like, you either play more unlockers or you don't. That was like the only difference.
Yeah. It's alright. It's
Oh,
alright.
there's velocity. Hello.
Yeah. Good old Bellicosity, man.
Alright, looking good so far. Man, Dota's been coming back every single season. It's actually insane.
He's hungry, man. He wants the dub, dude.
Yeah. I like how on the, Zero has its own, like, narrative with top players in both regions, too. And you got the global gods, the JP, the, dominators out here as well. New names still popping up here as well. A lot of new names, of course, top with very off-meta picks, too, which is fun to watch.
Yeah, like Sanctuary of Light.
And Spikes, and
Spikes.
I think...
Is Spikes really that off meta? Everyone kind of respects Spikes, right?
Yeah, true. That's true. Alright, Legioning with the Grey. Won't be able to use the skill this turn, though, so just for the putting back triggers and the power. Alright, get the counter charge first. This will be one to pass, though. Yeah, the touchy deck in Global was really fun to watch, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, yes, that one.
It's a heal, and a heal from the damage going into the drop, too.
I like how Hisapon is respecting Dauntless. Right? He's not pushing hard, right? He's like, yeah, I could technically just slam and jam, but keep him at 3. Let's keep this clean and safe, right?
Yeah.
Don't give him a break.
Yeah. Like, how devastating this can be, especially when you only have 2 rears. They go like Vortex, burn both, and then bam. Or you could go the Great, too. Because then you can swing rear first restand, then swing Vanguard restand. Ooh.
I mean, the thing is, those really aren't that insane, like, finishes. Of course, like, if you can do Dauntless Dragon Unit, it's like, wow, it's like the perfect combo, but it's not that easy to pull off.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, Neoflame gonna burn the Gojo. Love to see it. Alright, we need to see... draw's good. You can hit it defensive now. And there it is.
All these draws popping off.
Yep.
Another one.
I forget that Global doesn't have the super shiny like trigger effect yet. That's only us for now.
Oh, true, yeah, no. Like, I remember the first time when it came out, we're like, wow, this is
Why am I getting flashbanged? Throwing flashbang! Oh, man. Also, we saw the burn of the 12k attacker. Doesn't feel like much for now, but if there's a Vortex in hand, oof. That's a Persona ride you just lost.
Well, 2 Vortexes are in the damage.
Yeah.
Here's 2 of the dragon, the 12k attackers as well. So.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like he's not gonna be dragon duting this game.
Yeah, just focusing on the grade. The grade is pretty great after all. Heal is very good here. Okay, so it's 3 heals and drop
like,
2.
Doctor will be at 5 damage. That's pretty scary, man. 5 versus 2 already?
Even with the Dauntless, yeah, that's still very scary.
Yeah, because like the problem is you're against Kagura as well. They draw nulls. They get nulls.
Yep.
So you literally need to be on a turn where you just like slam his face like 3 times to get rid of those nulls. Then you have a chance of dealing lethal damage.
Oh my god. So many draws. Down to 11 cards. Another one. Oh my god. Both players just draw city. Oh, it's gonna be overdraw too. Yep, there it is. Time for Dauntless.
I mean, at this point, right, you could probably go for a deck out game or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, gonna be great over Dauntless here. So it's gonna be nice restands. Yep, discard that heal.
Putting
Put
back
that
those
back.
heals.
Alright, now the question is... Also,
So
what
he can do like the great into Regard, then kill the other one with the effect, and then do 4 attacks to the face, right?
3 heals back. Keep in mind, this turn, Dotto's doing 6 drive checks in total.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I think you're going to be seeing those heals at least a couple times. At least once. Okay.
So, puts this down.
He needs an ability to hit a column here. Or like hit enough to hit the Vanguard. Because you want to put one rear to rear, then van to rear. Then, oh, he's not gonna. Interesting. Unless he hits the trigger here.
Drive checks.
Oof. What if he draws 2 heals here? Uh-oh.
Like, he can pop the Gojo to pop the Neoflame, right? But since he got no triggers...
He has to pop a card with the same... I think it's the same name as one of the Vanguards. Pretty sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's right.
Alright, the Great. Doing its thing, restanding. So sadly, no triggers to keep pushing, so it's gonna be just... Go from 2 to 4 instead of 5, which is not as great. But we'll take what we can get. Oh my god, still blanks. He must have drawn those heals.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another Vortex. I think most of them are gone now.
That's the third
If not all. Uh-oh.
Dude, it's like... I swear he's drawing all his triggers.
Uh-oh. What?
Wow! Did you see
6
that?
blank checks? That is just... Ugh. Yikes. Oh my god. Will there be a version of this commentary uploaded to YouTube? Yes, as always. I'll be putting it up on YouTube later today, as soon as the thumbnail's ready.
That's right, F's in the chats, boys. F's in the chats. That is... It's how it is. It's how it is, right? Trigger 2 blank, draw 2 triggers. Trigger 2 blank, draw 2 triggers.
Yep. It's the game we play, you know, it's the game we play.
Next
God,
turn,
that
it's like,
hurts.
oh, well.
That really hurts.
At least this is what? Only 2 attacks?
Yep.
2 attacks
I mean,
to the face?
Technically, yeah, but... Oh, man. I don't know, it hurts. Dotto, it's game 2, like, he's back against the wall. Potentially getting knocked out of top 8 if he loses here.
He needs this win.
And there's a 1PG. Does he have the second one to survive here? Or is the Great gonna deliver the finishing blow?
I think 2 PGs went to the bottom, right?
Well,
So-
luckily he had 2 still.
Can he close this out?
I don't
Close
know.
this out?
Double intercept on 2. Oh, this makes a difference. This makes a
This can help
difference.
close it out, yeah.
I mean, it's all the heals he drew into, right? And he now has Persona
Right.
Blast. He has
He
Persona
definitely has one in
Blast.
his head as well. He has just enough cards to kind of make this work.
Yep. Alright, 2 PGs and 2 draws. 13 cards in deck. Look at the deck difference. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But his opponent has revealed no perfect cards out, and you know, with so many cards drawn, it's a long shot.
Yep.
So there's
Alright.
one. Alright?
Boom, boom.
Boom.
Alright, now just make
Now-
16k columns, and you're good.
Yeah, you see? Drew 3 heals.
That's insane. He actually drew all 3 heals. Like, actually insane. Man.
Oh,
Oh,
at least he gets
luckily there's the 4th. Luckily there's the 4th. And the double trigger, too. We need to see 3
I
PGs
think
from
he can guard
Hisapon.
this.
Does he
Hisapon
survive?
should
Yes,
not
he
be guarded.
does. We didn't see any PGs the whole game, so of course they were all there. And now, can Hisapon close it out
Legion?
with 3 cards?
He can ride.
This feels
Right.
very, very familiar.
I think we might be seeing this kind of matchup, these happenings quite a bit.
Yeah. Yikes.
Oh,
again.
Didn't ride. Didn't ride.
It's gonna be the same thing again. Oh my god. Wait, but does that even make sense? Well, let's see. Let's see.
Kind of doesn't.
Please don't hit a draw, I guess. That's what we're looking at here. Alright, nothing there. Nothing. Okay, this can be a draw and it doesn't actually hurt. There's a Neo Flame and swinging for lethal. He's upon potentially going to top 4 right here if there's no heal trigger, and there will not be as there were no remaining. Dotto knocked out in a 2-0 fashion by Hisapon.
Ouch, guys. Dotto gang. Ugh. Guys.
The Dotto gang.
We have this is the summer of fresh blood. Right.
That's right. That's right.
I
Unfortunate.
think one more in the top 8 as well.
Yep.
The person who beat Super Battle Dome.
Not the Super Battle Dome, man. Damn.
Why? That's why Battle Dome never got a sequel, right?
Man. Yeah, I mean, gotta leave the good things in the past. Just like Battle Dome. I guess.
What is the last 2 players playing? What is the?
I feel like there should be a Link Joker from among them. I'm not too sure. We'll find out
I
soon.
actually want to see a Starvader, man. I want to see
Me
a
too, me too.
Starvader.
No, I like Starvaders a lot right now. Feels really strong.
Everyone's deleting, but you know we want to see the cool stuff. The cool stuff.
That's true.
I mean, technically we have, right? We saw Jewel Knights. That's pretty cool.
That was very cool. That was very cool.
Yeah. So it's Nidaime versus Yuzu. We've seen Nidaime, right?
Yeah, we have.
Is he Old Blood?
Yes, he's an old blood. Oh, we have all the deck lists here on the website too, on the Summer Finalists site, so you can review all of them and see what you like, what you want to play.
That's right.
Whether you want to play Overlords with your The Greats, or you want to play Dauntless with your The Greats. Yeah.
Yeah, they do have that championship side, which is pretty cool. It's like the Vanguard Zero of Japanese CF Vanguard, right?
Yeah, exactly. Alright, I'm just
They
looking
do
through the deck
update it with
lists.
events.
Lots of Bermudas, lots of Brawlers. Quite a few variants of Kaguya as well, which is pretty cool to see.
Did you ever finish building your Bermuda deck?
Yeah, I already did a video on it.
Yeah, because I remember like you got nothing, no.
Yeah, I had to grind everything and like super deck stuff too. I actually bought the Bermuda super deck for the Roans. Yeah.
So dedicated.
I mean, it's just for the content, man. Gotta give these kids the content they want to see. Wow, if you look at Arens, because they show the achievements that the players have, Arens is literally like stacked beyond belief. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, they can't fit it, dude.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, we have another Royals, dude. Yuzu.
Oh,
Royal
Yuzu.
Paladin.
Alright, could this be Jewel Knights or will it be Seekers? How long did it take to write the piece for the recent newsletter? Not that long. What about you? How long did it take you to write your Link Joker article?
It took me, like, I was gonna write it, and then it took me a while to think about how to write it.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I wrote it in like one day.
Damn. We have a secretless here though. Alright, hold up, let me link the Summer Finalists website into the chat as well. So we have Seekers actually this time, it's not Jewel Knights. Gaming Centralization, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream.
Seekers, nice. Okay, so what's the bans? I think
Bermuda for
Bermuda
sure.
on Nidaime gets banned, and then
Brawlers, right?
Narukami gets banned on you.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
I
Yeah.
could see Brawlers on both sides, but I feel like you have a good. You're playing
true.
Shadows,
Yeah.
so you have a good matchup against Brawlers. So I think you're fine. I
No,
think
but
if
he's also playing
anything,
Royal. I think he's got 2 Paladins, so I think maybe you do ban the
no, I think you kill. I feel like you kill Bermuda because you play 2 slower decks, and like I don't think you can play the long game against Bermuda.
Your Royal versus Bermuda, you can kind of crit control them, can you?
Kinda, but it's not that reliable. I don't know.
Because you have Gan slots as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I do kind of want to see a Bermuda though. I think they both of the Narukami's get banned. We'll see very soon.
I don't want to see Bermuda. The game's still gonna take like 3 years.
Or it could be very quick because they just don't get anything.
Yeah, if they don't get anything. And the royal player needs to right Ganslot and use the skill twice, then we're good.
That's right. Okay, the
Alright,
Bermuda
Bermuda
got banned.
banned. And finally we see Brawlers from Nidaime. And Yuzu bringing Seekers. That'll be interesting.
Wow. I don't know. I haven't been a huge fan of Seekers. You know, it just feels too slow.
It's a bit slow, and it's also like hard to build because there's like people that don't run Think Saver. You still want to run the Soul Blast 2 draw card guy because like sometimes your like Legion mates just get stuck in your soul, and you gotta just like blast them out. So, yeah. All right, Rising Phoenix start. That's okay.
Yuzu, what is? I know a lot of people when they go second, they just like to put a card up, push in. What do you think?
Oh, Ganslot though. He's not pushing, yeah. Instead, Gans Gaming backfiring real quick.
I mean, this is one of the matchups where pushing early is not bad.
Yeah. Oh, great researcher.
Yeah. You know what's funny is whenever I see Shotgun Blow, that was the last card I thought would be sticking around in brawler lists.
When it first came out, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, wow, CV2 to randomly retire 2 and get a crit, what a joke.
And then it like ignores resist. But that's the thing, right? People against brawlers call like one rear because they know that their rears are gonna die anyway, right? So then you go into Shotgun Blow, you just murder the front row, and then you go in.
Yeah. I think like the crit is so relevant as well because you randomly just steal wins.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, the unlocker is good in ladder because it's a lot of Link Joker, but I think for a tournament, like, you see the lineups here, right? There's like barely any, none of them made it in, like, none of them are left either. But
well, the cool thing is even if you play against Link Joker, it's like your Shotgun Blow still randomly kills them because Link Joker also doesn't really draw into perfect guards as much.
Yeah, exactly. Alright.
Well, but this time it's Brawler just going in.
Oh, we swang in. He's actually calling out a lot of great twos for this early in the game. He wants to push.
Yeah.
Hopefully he has enough.
The thing is, the funny thing about like Brawler versus this kind of Paladin matchup is you can take it slow. Because sure, they can call cards, but you can just retire all of them like multiple times and they just run out of cards.
Yeah. Oh, Think Saver start is not optimal. Great. Definitely not optimal. Let's see what he's gonna do with
it. Kisa saying Yuzu has a random crit in his revenges list.
Ooh, okay. You know what? I like some spice like that, you know? You gotta have some excitement.
It's like when you submit your deck list and you forgot to change one of your triggers to a draw.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, oh no.
Yep. Alright, slow push, slow burn. Okay. No more Blaster Blades, that's right, because he damaged all of them, basically. No Gans Gaming.
It's okay, just heal more, man.
That's right. Heal more. Alright.
Only committing 2 cards.
This is also so bad because now Brawlers can Legion take out your file in the back, which means that's like the one soul you're missing for Think Saver just like murdered. So you can't actually use Think Saver at all.
He just rerode just to Soul Blast 2.
His hand is clogged. I think he's clogged with grade 3s, so he's just trying to have another one to put back to deck at this point. Yeah, like that's fine. Sometimes you just literally like have like 5 Big Bangs in hand and you just don't know what to do with them.
And sometimes you have none.
yeah. Sometimes you have none. Alright, there's a strong part, of course. You can put the other grade 3 in the soul to have instant cross ride. This won't be... Oh, these are really bad columns. These are 20k columns. Well, 25 and 20. Oh, no, sorry. No, it hits 3 times. It hits 3 times. My bad. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I saw 2 rears in my brain just, you know...
Yeah.
Went haywire. Yeah. Alright, so...
This is so good. Look. Mill 3, Filter 3.
Yep.
Life's great. This is why Brawl is...
You know he drew 3 PGs. Oh, Gans Gaming though. Gonna hold it down. Believing in the opponent.
What? That doesn't hit?
No way!
Usually my column's like massive.
Yep. Not this time, not this time.
literally 3k short. So
Yep.
if there was one more regard for using a sacrifice, that would have been the 5th damage.
Yep. Oh boy, no soul though. No file on the board for Thinksaber to even use his skill. That's actually unfortunate. That's so unfortunate.
Doesn't rewrite. He actually doesn't rewrite. He's like, it's fine. I just
You can't do anything. You're gonna be just a vanilla.
No,
man.
he's putting Gancelots back. That is never vanilla.
True, and Blaster Blades. Damn. What can you even do now? Like,
Search for.
I mean, just search for it ninja at this point, like, whatever, right?
Was it Ashley reverse?
Yeah.
Well, nice. He's running Ashley.
Mm.
Yo, dude.
Oh, he runs that. Soul Boss 2 to draw one? Well, I guess you're using the soul for something. Alright.
US?
Nice thing is that you're doing 7k, so you can at least make columns. Alright, Blaster Blade doing Blaster Blade things.
Like
Whoa,
you
whoa, whoa,
usually
whoa,
make
look at
columns.
that. Look at, did you see the skill? They were showing off the card that the skill was using, they just like blasted through all the royal cards. It was like Ashley,
Wow.
Ashley Reverse, Miranda, like all the different cards that they finally landed on Blaster Blade. Did you see that? Oh my god.
I think I blinked.
Yeah, I think if you blinked, you missed it. That was funny.
It's like they got all the pictures lined up and they're just tapping through them.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. Oh, just one power up? Oh, that's a weak right column there, but I guess you can put the heal on it.
Give it power. Yeah.
Just gotta see that your opponent doesn't hit it defensive. Of course, that's not gonna be the case.
He's so good at hitting defenses, man. This guy's insane. Ooh, he didn't use Helena's effect, so his hand is literally perfect right now.
Yeah. Still attacking just to make a point.
He's one of those plays, you know. It's
Yeah,
like, It's like he can't do any more attacks. You're waiting for him to pass that. He just does that last thing. Like, oh, are you for real, man?
Yep.
Could have passed like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta press end turn and like confirm end turn. Just swing is easier. Man, I love that like Big Bang Knuckle Buster is like B B K. Big Bang Knuckle Buster, yeah. Bruno's Brawler Big Bang Knuckle Buster is B B B K B, right? It's like that one rhythm game song, like bass kick kick bass kick kick. You know the one?
I never play rhythm games.
Oh damn.
I'm really bad at rhythm games.
Unfortunate. That was like one of my warm-up songs.
You ask like, you know how there's this thing where all Asians play DDR? I never play DDR.
Oh,
Just throwing that out
damn.
there.
Unfortunate.
DDR is not my jam.
Unfortunate. Well, Gant's coming
Why
down
do you-
though. Look at that. Gant's gaming wrong.
Gaming run. You know, when you mention like BBBKB, it just sounds like Burger King. I'm just like, wow, there's a BK
Damn.
there. It's like Burger King.
That's true. Damn. I guess I gotta be careful with my references, man. These kids don't know anymore. These kids don't know anymore. Oh. Jin is his one of as well, I think. Alright. These are
Random
big
Jin.
columns. Does he filter
Insane.
4 cards in deck? Gotta be careful. Even if you find PGs
Wow,
off of
yeah.
that, I don't know if it's worth it.
what's
Gaming
so
with a
funny
chance
is,
of
like,
Gans.
He might not win. Like, if he can't kill him now, he might actually just lose.
Yeah, deck out loss.
He's like discarded all his legions as well.
Hmm. Okay, he's gonna hold off. There's another PG. Does he usually have the last one necessary to protect from the Jin? He does!
Wow, he does.
Uh-oh.
He does. That is 4 PGs out, man.
Ooh, I get the rewrite, but still not enough soul. Jesus Christ. I guess it's just to filter things back in. Put those heals back in. In case you don't
Filter
win
things back
here.
in it.
Oh my god. You just want to search
But
a booster
now-
at this point.
Okay, now it's Nidame's turn to have 3
Oh.
balls in his hand.
Wow. You just put back all 3 PGs. Look at that. 20 cards in deck. That's 20 cards on, like, one player is at 20 cards in deck, the other one is at 4. How?
Yeah.
You don't see
Power
that in Zero
coming in,
much. Oh, using the grade 1, he soul blast to draw 1. I like this a lot.
Yeah, this is the most vanilla turn I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's like right Sling Saber, Soul Blast to a draw.
Oh my god. There's the PG. Does he have 2? If there's
Good
no
trigger.
crit triggers here, that just needs 2 to survive. He does have it. Alright, Need I Miss still hanging in there. Gonna be able to potentially run it back, but 3 cards left in deck. Oh my god, he can use it, but the last card has to be
He's
a non-trigger.
He's got no triggers. All triggers are out.
Okay, all triggers are out. That means this is safe. PG is the only remaining cards in deck. There goes the final swing. This does get over the heel as well. If there is one, yes it is. Of course, it's Gans Revolution. Gans Revolution, but these attacks do get over the defensive.
There's one more.
Here comes another one. Is there another Gans slot to survive? No, there is not. Oof. Alright, Need I Miss takes game 1.
Bruh.
Crazy.
I think the last column was hitting 33, right? So even with the double heal, he was ready. He was ready for it.
Good god.
Wow.
Good god.
Man.
Hey, what's up, Scarlet?
These games.
Oh man.
Wow.
Rough.
Yeah.
Rough. That
was
game for
rough.
Seekers was just like so... Oh, just so unfortunate. Just so unfortunate.
I mean, there's 2 types of Seekers. There's the one where you ride Exceed and start critting, and the other one's where you ride Thing Saber and you Soul Blast 2 and draw a card empty.
Yeah. Basically vanilla.
Yeah, he couldn't even draw anything else. All he drew was Thing Saber.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a world where you just don't even run Thing Saber?
Yeah, there are
could run-
people. They just run Wingles. Wingle and
Yeah, I think
Alfred.
Wingle's pretty good. You know,
Because like
you could.
yeah.
Yep. Go for it. Go for it.
Like your Candlemas 2 at all times is going for an extra attack, right? Whether you're going CB2 to pop something with Blaster Blade or you're going CB2 for Thing Saver, it's just one extra attack on the face, right? So it's like you can make an argument that's like, well, why run Thing Saver when you can just like run 8 searchers and one of them has a crit, you know, and then the rest, you know, just leave the heavy lifting to Blaster Blade.
Yeah. Well, you get more drive checks, but the soul is so heavy as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, you kind of need soul.
Exactly.
You need soul for a lot of your effects. So
Gotta
feels
be
a bit
careful.
unbalanced. Like that's the issue. I think it's kind of clunky.
Yeah.
When you see something like the Jewel Knight build, everything kind of just worked together, right? In a way.
Yeah, it's all very cohesive. Alright, so time for the Kagero versus Royals this time. Let's see.
Kagero never dies. I think we've seen Kagero every tournament, right?
Yeah, I feel like we have. It always has at least one good build.
It's never over for Kagero.
Yeah,
Never stops standing.
that's
Never
right.
stops retiring.
Yeah, especially standing.
Yeah. I mean, he's got really bulky arms, right? If you look at Overlord, like the Great,
The Great has 4 arms.
especially bulky arms. Yeah.
He's all about the arms. Alright,
Doesn't even have anything on his arms. You know.
who knows?
Isn't the Great back in his prime?
Yeah, I think it
As he's
was.
gotten older, his arms have gotten smaller.
Yeah, true. Oof.
When you're
Our
young-
goal's not good
when you're young,
by this set. Goals are good, but they've become quite gimmicky. They're really fun. I really enjoy playing Prominence Glare, but it's definitely a gimmicky deck that like is not as like flexibly strong as all the other decks right now.
yeah, it's very counterblast heavy as well. When you
Yeah.
want to use the effects. And like it's fast. It's fast, but at the same time, a lot of decks can be relatively fast without
Yep.
sacrificing your end game, right? Because when you look at Revenges, they can be fast, not as fast as Gold Paladins,
Yeah.
but they have that Phantom Blaster Abyss that really solves that problem of an end game, right?
Exactly.
While like Gold's doesn't. It has the Aglavales that can call free cards. It's got Blaster Blades. Sure, it has Gan slot, but it's not. It's not like a PBA, right?
Yep. Well, that's
And it
interesting.
has, yeah. And I mean, like Seekers is kind of just like the balance. Everything is like mid-tier balance kind of thing. So
Yep.
and you have Jewel Knights as well. You have Jewel Knights.
Yeah, Jewel
which is
Knights
also
showing up.
pretty fast.
Going to top 4 as well. Could this be that like every single 0 CS we have some crazy off-meta pick that just like does something insane? Could this be the one? Is this the one for
Could be.
this season?
Could be. There's
Super
a
Gans.
lot of the well-known players right now aren't there. You know?
Yep.
So it definitely could be. Yeah, well, wait, one of the really annoying things about the draw is that you need to have 3 front row Seekers, right?
Yeah, so you have to put
move
the
up, make sure you move up. Yeah, and then you have to move it back if you want to be careful.
Oh,
Like
Gans Revolution self-deny. That's unfortunate. If you attack Vanguard first, would have been different. Especially when they're attacking for like the same power, but you wanted to get the on-hit, I guess, from the Brungle, but Grungle? Yeah, Gringle. Damn it. They all... these dogs, man.
Gringle.
These Royal Paladin dogs, they all sound the same.
Insert anything before the gal.
Yeah. Just gal. Oh, that's a big
Gal.
Neoflame though. Takes care of the Gringle there. Oh yeah, there were 2 Tsukuyomis, but they got knocked out.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, Tsukuyomi never
Tsukuyomi
dies.
represent.
Literally set
Just
2
like
deck.
Kagura.
Yeah. I mean, Tsukuyomi just... It's... Unless they change how it works, it's never gonna die. Like, it's literally the only deck that can do that.
Silent Tom. No, there is a card coming that has a effect similar to Silent Tom.
What,
And it also
Ichi?
gets a no, it gets a crit, right? As well.
Who is
It's a
that?
stride. It's that time something dragon.
What, Ragnarclock?
Yeah, Ragnarclock, right?
Yeah. That's the Gear Chronicle
Crit?
Tom.
No zeros, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
It's a, so if we translate that into 0,
Oh man.
that's a spicy meatball.
It's a spicy meatball indeed. Oh my god.
Get critical instantly tier 1.
Perfect. Oh, alright. Let's see. So Thingsaver has been legioned into. Still only 2 soul though. It's not the right amount that you want, but I guess we'll work with it.
How does he always loses his soul because of the
The grade
soul
1,
lost
yeah.
2 draw? Yeah.
Ooh,
Feels
swing the
bad,
Vanguard
man.
first, okay.
He's learned.
Yeah,
He
believe in the
wants
Gans Revolution. It's always there for you. Always waiting. Alright, this will
Even when it's
push to
not.
5, wow.
That's pretty
Not
good.
bad.
Pretty good. This is where you want to be when you're a 3 attacker deck as Royals, except when you're not, because you have Thingsaver.
That's right.
But since he's soul blasting 2 every turn,
It's still 3
basically a
attacks,
3
yeah.
attacker.
This is gonna be huge though, right? Because you don't have Alfred, so now the Neoflame can actually... Not Neoflame, the Vortex can actually retire the front row safely. So this is gonna pop both. You're gonna have... that left column is gonna get swole as hell.
Yeah, this is a 4 damage turn or more.
Yeah. We're
Maybe
looking
a
at a
5 damage,
lot
right?
of damage, yeah. Here we go. Sona Blast. This is gonna hit. Let's see if it counters the trigger. It does not, but that's fine. Everything hits for beautiful numbers here. This hits. Draw activates, but you don't care. Your rear is still hitting. Barely, but still hitting. And your Vanguard hit twice now, too.
True to the face.
Need Diamond looking for lethal here. This might just be it. Here we go. Alright, first PG has been found. Dauntless skill. All counterbuys being burned through this turn. Does he find? Showing like
damage.
Dauntless is so good too. Heal trigger comes
heal
through
on
as
top of
well.
that.
Oh my god. And the draw. Is there a PG? Yes. No, there's not. There's not Yuzu. If you don't heal, if there's no Gans to survive, that's gonna be it. Nidaime is gonna take it. Oh my god, and we still have not seen any Bermudas.
Yeah. So
Not bad.
when you have no Gans, left the Gans.
Yeah.
He probably has Gans. Gans didn't come.
Yeah,
First attack, he didn't believe in Gans, and now Gans doesn't believe in him.
that's right. That is right. Damn, that was a good little game, but unfortunate for Yuzu because I feel like Secret just haven't been doing much. Yeah, didn't really get to do much. Just draw cards.
Yeah. I mean, chat. He could have actually killed from one. That was like 5 damage turn.
Yeah.
Full mega combo.
Comeback RTA. Damn.
Yeah.
It'd be
But
like
that
that.
setup is so annoying to do. What you have like to have so many cards in hand. One of your columns needs to pump up power quite big time. Yeah, so not exactly an easy thing to do, which is why normally people just like to run straight up petitions without the Dauntless super combo. I mean, it was one of the things that a lot of people were considering when Dragon New got released. They were like, "Oh, dude, you know, if you combine this with Dauntless,
Oh yeah.
you could be doing so much damage." So I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And you try it out, and it's like it's not easy to do.
Yeah, the timing is very delicate. That's like the big problem with that combo is that like you need to really have the timing down pat and like the right field setup to like break through the defensives and stuff like that. That's why we see so many like power-up cards being run in these Kagura lists now, is because like if you do that and you're trying to like 2 to 6 them, you need those columns to hit insane numbers as well.
And also, like, it's a different environment when you play in a tournament when people are more careful. You can know what to expect more versus like in ranked. We're like, I need to set up this delicate kind of setup versus some guy running 9 crits.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a whole completely different concern too, yeah. The 9 crit gamers out here in ladder, just trying to get their VP points. What round are we in? We just wrapped up top 8, so now we actually know what our top 4 will be. So what we have remaining is both games of top 4, third place playoffs, and then finals, as always. It's been quite quick. I mean, we also hopped in on the second top 8 game, so that's another big thing. I want to keep looking at the deck list real quick to see what else we have here. So, AZ was the only one that played Starvaders, and he ran like Glendio's starter for the CC. No, he didn't even run the CC, he just runs it for the tutoring. Interesting.
To replace, get cards in the drop.
Oh, he ran Genesis Witches too, what the hell?
That guy's a crazy gamer. He knows.
It's a hybrid of Genesis Witches and Yggdrasil. Oh, we're back. Alright, I need to bring Kai back as well. Alright, Kai, we're back. Let's go. Boom. Oh, wrong Discord, hold.
I need to unmute myself, that's right.
Yeah, we need to hear you, man. Epic and cool. Alright, there we go.
Finish your video?
Oh, I wasn't filming.
Oh, okay.
You were just gaming, vibing.
Ooh, East here. Is that Fuki in the center?
Yeah, that is Fuki. That is Fuki. We're out here with our budget restream, just being heathens, stealing streams, getting that news. But yeah, East Fuki has been doing Vanguard stuff for like at least what, almost 2 years now.
Wow.
Man's busy, dude. He commentates everything. He's been doing like Pokemon Unite, fighting games, and all this shit, man. He's crazy.
Did he used to play Vanguard, or is it just?
Yeah, he actually plays the TCG as well.
Oh,
He's been doing everything for these 2 years. Yeah, he's wild. Yeah, y'all give some love to East. That's the homie right there. Oh damn, the last stream was the Digimon box opening. Damn, did you give Obama his boxes yet? Oh man. Did they show Stride yet? Yes. We were just going over it. But now we're back into the action here. For the 0 CS summer. Toss them into the river, let's go. make him fight for them. Oh man. GB24 was the first set where G cards flipped cards in the G zone. Oh, was it? I think technically turn 3 had the Messiah Stride that flipped, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yes, Barack Obama, definitely. All right. I think it was. I feel like. No, I don't think it flipped. Actually, it didn't flip. Oh yeah, Saint Blow. Well, yeah, Persona flipping. Persona flipping happens, but they're all like GB3 locked. They take a.
Yeah.
Ragnarok was that one, but you couldn't actually flip it the first stride. No, they didn't add strides that flipped on the first stride turn for quite a while.
Big Plasma could, right? You just have to see before.
Yeah, it's a CB4 for it. Yeah.
Yeah. But Persona flipping was the problem. It was like Labros, right?
Yeah, yeah. And Ragnarok too. He also had Persona flip. And like,
oh,
Blitza was the first one. That was set 4.
Blizzard.
Yeah, Blitza was the first one that would like turn on GB2 instantly. Like Gabriel would go into it all the time just to turn on like the defensive skill.
Yeah, that's correct. I remember now.
Yep.
So old.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a good 6 years.
I know, it's been so quick.
Blitza was set 2? Really? I guess it was, huh? Damn, it's all a blur.
Wow.
Does GB count the G-Unit in the Vanguard Circle? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Damn, look at this. Bruty out here going on the early aggro with the Trumpeter. Alright.
Oh, his games have always been like this. Very, very aggressive.
Every game just rush. Because you saw his top 16 match too, right? So for those coming in, watching the Zero Championship here, we're in top 4 right now. This is between Yamekake on the top, playing his lineup of Narukami Kagero and Bermuda. And then on the bottom we have Brutia with Shadows, Narukami, and Kagero.
Yeah, Brutia is the kind of player you want to see playing. Because he's fast, he's confident, games don't last long.
Yeah, he's just speedrunning. I think he's been 2-0 like every set so far too.
Yeah, that's right. You know, he reminds me of Rukea, right? Was that his name?
Ruketa?
Yeah, Ruketa, that's right. He changed his name.
All the time, yeah. Yep.
He was a speedrunner too, so...
Yeah, he was a speedrunner. I love people that speedrun their tournament runs, man. It makes it easier for everyone. You know the TOs are... They're sitting there, it's like, oh, thank God. Thank you for being done faster. TOs love that.
Yeah.
Do Radicals get more support in G? Yes, they do. Oh, Kai's volume is a bit low. Let me boost it up. I had it down earlier because of the alerts. Speaking of which, let me pause that.
I was sitting too far away from my mic.
Nah, you're good.
Nice.
Alright. Whoa. Every round went to time last night? Yeah. It was definitely quite... Man, thanks to Neko, man. He was running, helping TO the tournament yesterday, man. 7 rounds of Swiss. Top 8 cut. It's rough. It's rough. But we got through it. It was a hype tournament. Everyone loved it. That's what matters. Ooh, self-denying the heal, but all for the aggro, man. Push to 4 already. Ah, there's a self-deny. Unfortunate. Alright, 4
Just
damage.
quickly looked up Rudea as well. His only achievement is VMC 2020 Spring Qualifier in Tokyo A Block winner.
Oh, that's fine.
So he's actually a new blood.
New blood, speedrunning everything. Let's go.
Just trying to make sure he wasn't Ruketa.
Alright, here comes the great. Damn. I love that the reverse Kai skin has like all the lines, but they're like really like possessed and like angsty.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I should get... I hardly get any of the skins.
Oh yeah? I think this one was free.
Why.
Pretty sure this one was free.
Oh, you have to progress in the story, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm on level 54.
Oh my god. Imagine not having 150 stamina. Imagine. Especially going into G-Man, you gotta get all the gems.
Oh, true.
Gotta farm everything.
You need to get that break point where like you get the extra character fight.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know that feeling where you're like, I want to stay on low stamina, so during an event I can keep on refreshing my stamina. But that never happens because I couldn't be bothered playing the events.
Oh yeah. Damn. Yeah, I go in for events here and there. Alright, the Great coming in. You can actually use the skill here to get the restand. He's definitely controlling the field, and he's not giving him limit break either, so he can't actually go up on the Mordred. Just saw the G reveals? Yes, sir. Nobody expected that, man. Nobody expected G reveals to happen today of all things, but I guess they know how to bring people into the stream, right? It's like, oh, our viewer count dropped. Let's go, reveals.
Bring out the big guns, boys.
Yeah. Reveal stride.
That is a raging form that I just saw.
That is a raging form that I also just saw. That is very surprising.
Wow, is this the global meta?
Yeah. I've had enough of this guy. I've seen him one too many times at this point, bro. I don't want to commentate like God. Thank God break right meta's over. Jesus Christ.
Everyone just damage denying for like 3 hours.
Yeah. They said last week there was 0 reveals today. Yeah, but everyone expected buffs. I thought they would just reveal the last few buffs that they're doing. But they went hard. They went sicko mode. Damn, Yamekake on 5 damage already. But the aggro stopped.
Speedrun player.
Yeah.
He just doesn't stop, you know, it just doesn't stop.
Is this the one of raging form? I haven't actually checked Brutia's lists. You can take a look later.
Wait, one-off raging? Let me... I have it up, actually. I'm just going through all the the peoples, but...
Let's go.
One-off raging form? Hey, it is a one-off raging form, hey!
Oh my god.
Just running
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's a 1-card combo, bro. Let's go.
It's true. You can just sack cards and
yeah. If you're so far ahead that you can sack 3 and then set up another field of 5. Let's go. Definitely certified Poggy's moment. All right.
Yeah, he's not afraid. He's not afraid.
I hope the actual JP audio isn't too loud. I've made that mistake before where like me and Kai were like almost the same loudness as the JP stream, so let me know if it's not too loud. Damn, 2 bars of time. Uh-oh.
I realized I'm going through all the achievements, right?
Yeah.
And for Doctor, they listed an achievement: rank fight top 10 9 times.
9 times, Jesus Christ. There is no JP audio. You should be able to hear the JP audio a tiny bit. Just a little bit. But damn, thanks East. The sound god out here. Oh, that's 2 PGs in the damage. Yamekake finds the heal though. That's pretty hot. Not the double though. Staying at 4. Helps to kind of equalize the aggro that Brutia put on, and he's been really slowing down so far.
The problem is that Yamekake has only got 3 cards in hand at 4 damage.
Yep.
So if a break right turn happens now with like PBA, then it is kind of GG.
It's pretty GG's. You can also like you have the counterblocks to go into search BDR here. So, all right, here we go.
Yep.
Everyone's favorite Abyss.
First step of the plan.
All right. Oh, it's hard to. Okay, maybe he has BDR in hand. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Masquerade Grade 1. You don't see that every time either. Oh, doesn't he not have BDR? Maybe. Interesting. Well, whatever. As long as it works right. All right. The not Cormac. Cormac is the grade 3. Cormac is the grade 3. This is the what's the mate called again? Always forget it, man. Macard. There we go.
That's I was just waiting for it to pop up on the screen.
yeah. Just pop up on the thing.
Wait for the card to flash.
Yep. All right, no BDR. I guess he doesn't have the rears for it because he had to like Macard for the resting one. All right, now 2 PGs need to be found for Yamekake, otherwise it's going to be GG's otherwise. All right, there's the first one.
That's very, very doable for Kaguru, since you basically just get 1. The question is, how does Yamekake kill him next turn, right?
Yeah.
Because if this gets rid of another PG...
Oh, the heal too. Yeah, that's...
Ooh.
This is a bit too much. Oh, but only 1 PG was in hand. Brutia gonna continue the speed run. Do we see a 6 damage heal here? We do not. Brutia takes game 1. All right.
Insane.
All right. I see you.
Just go, man. You're doing so well. So fast.
Yep. My man's out here. RTA.
That's right.
The TOs are like, oh, soon we're done. Soon we're done.
Brutia is my favorite player from now on.
Literally look away for a split second, it's over.
That's right. These
Damn.
These are the players you want to see.
I have so much
He doesn't even
respect.
think.
Yeah, sorry.
He doesn't need to think, right?
Yeah.
The
yeah.
bar doesn't even go to yellow.
Yeah, honestly. Man, I have so much respect for Fuki now in retrospect as well. Like, after this summer of like what I was doing, like every weekend was a tournament, or sometimes like multiple tournaments. This man does that. Like, that's not even like a seasonal thing. That's not a thing where it's like, oh yeah, for like maybe 3 months in a row you have to do that. For him, that's like literally always. He's always out here on the grind. But at the very least, he can do in-person commentary, right? Online commentary is just not the same. I wish I could be sitting there at the booth. Even if there's plastic walls between you, at least you can pop off. You know?
Yeah.
At least get a little pop off.
I'm guessing, like, his time zones aren't as messed up as yours.
Yeah, true. He doesn't... It's a lot less exhausting when you don't have to wake up at 3 a.m.
That's right.
Goddamn BSFO, bro. I hate that. Oh my god. Wake up at 3, do it until 6 p.m. Just... Oh, death.
Wow, yeah. Guys.
Yep. So yeah.
You have to be passionate. You have to be passionate.
Honestly, yeah. You gotta love the game too. So yeah, props to Fuki. He's been running it. It's cool. Like, he picked up the TCG with Overdress now as well, because he said he didn't have too many people to play with before. But now with Overdress, the game's been hyped. Hey, Icarus, thanks for the 16 months. Thank you for the Gabber limo. Let's go. I'm glad you like it. Oh man.
All right. Does the other player stay, or does he change his deck?
Yeah, I wonder.
I think, like, a lot of times we've seen this, they hardly swap decks, right?
They usually try to
stay.
try to get the win with the first one, and then they switch off.
Yeah.
Just because it's like you're already in that mental state where you're like, you know what you want to do with that one deck, and some decks are just more exhausting to play than others too. That's another big thing.
Yeah, Kagura mirrors, man.
Yep. Them Kagura mirrors.
Mirror match will never get. Well, it will get old, but we'll never escape from.
Yep. Can't escape from crossing fate, as they say. Oh man. 3 days until 17 global? Ah, that's true, huh? At least you guys in global have something to look forward to. Like, this is gonna be the month of salt, man. I think all JP players are gonna be so salty this whole month. I'm just like, damn. I gotta wait.
I wonder, is global gonna have like a month of delay, or are they just gonna implement it immediately?
I feel like they could, because I'm assuming that it's just taking them a bit longer to like proof everything and like test all the code and make sure nothing is crashing. Like, you know, your Vanguard doesn't disappear when you stride, like it did when Legion came out. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just they're just, you know, just taking them longer time to proof everything. But I'm assuming that, you know, for global it might go instantly. Although I do appreciate that we have another month to save up gems, which is nice. So that part is nice.
Yeah. That's alright, but
Alright. Kagero mirror match, here we go.
reverse Kai versus normal Kai.
Yep. Gonna get all the voice lines.
Jacket Kai.
That's right. We have 3 Kais. 3 Kais here. I love when it was like Kai's, like the character's birthday, and everyone was wishing you a happy birthday. That shit was so funny. Oh my god. And then the irony is that it's like Mark's and Maxime's birthday.
Yeah.
Mad Scientist
like-
League, you're also Kai? Damn, amazing. And use on the G Zone, it's 8. It's 8 cards.
The best thing about Solemn's birthday is we always make fun of the age now.
Yeah.
Just changing everyone's ages.
Yeah. 35, 125.
50th.
Yeah, 50th birthday. I like this reply. Like, me and Dumbledore go way back. It's like, yeah. Yep. Oh, man. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh. Camera light for a second. Let me fix that real quick.
Juice.
Oh. I can still hear you, but your camera froze for some reason. Oh, there we go. Now we good.
Yeah, I think we're back. Yeah.
I'm back in action. Beautiful.
That's right. All right, sir. Let's see, like a very samey card opening.
Yep. I mean, very You know, it's very much just the mirror match, right? But
Yeah.
one player's gonna be able to use Conrad, the other one won't. Oh wow. Alright. Literally the same grade 2 as well. Now just call Gojo.
I honestly hate the Kagura mirror. It is like
It's very painful, it's very grindy. Oh, there's the Gojo. Yeah, it's a very grindy mirror match.
oh wow.
Oh, but your runs Pain Laser. That's interesting. This is pure Perditions.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. So is this gonna? He's running pain. That means he's not running like what the Dauntless.
No Dauntless, no Nouvelle Engine. So yeah.
Okay. It's how it is. It's
Yeah.
what it is right now. Yeah.
Ooh, Happy Dream, like, that's a good question. Like, I wonder if the buffs we get in GP this month could also come out in Global earlier, but I don't think they will. I doubt it. That's like a way for us to like not be bored next month, but it would be cool if Global got it too. TBH.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they could implement it at the same time as like G, right? But that
Yeah.
feels like a lot of changes at once. You
That's
know?
like a bajillion cards you're working with. Like, you're not even gonna play with the buffed cards because why would you? You know, you can play with G cards.
Well,
Alright.
not every clan gets the G. So
Oh, true. Not every clan gets strides. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a feels bad. Like, they have to like speedrun all the clans to get their first wave of strides. That's the nice thing with Overdress now is like everything came out at once.
yeah. Well, they could release the vanilla strides, right?
True. Which I assume they will release some of them, right? That's what DP was so
Yeah.
good early because you had like the Elemental stride with Laurel. It was great.
Yeah. And,
Joyce.
like, some of the strides are actually decent early.
Yeah. Yeah. Joyce, I think during the next break I'll go make another coffee. The G News definitely woke me up. I was kind of watching this like, yep, good games, good games. It was like, whoa, G News, no
That was
way.
the coffee break, and then
Yeah,
you're like, don't need coffee anymore.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we're gonna have a 10-minute break. I'm gonna go make coffee. It's like, wait a second, G News, I don't need a break. We gotta talk. Oh man. Yeah, it also feels like event plans are gonna be gone too. Which is pretty interesting. Oh, Neoflame.
I think that's a great thing. I
Yes.
think event plans.
Event plans suck.
Great.
So-
Oh, you said that. you
Sick.
said, I was gonna be much more diplomatic.
No. We
look,
gotta
look,
tell
no.
them straight. Game Studio, if you're watching this, kill the clan events. Never ever bring them back again. I swear to
Can they
God.
make better events? Like,
Yeah, just give me like I don't know, like just cool. I don't know, like what else could they do?
I mean, okay, like Tower event was like it's kind of like whatever, right?
It's Guild
But
Wars.
It's at least refreshing.
Yeah,
It's it's a new. It's bringing people together, kind of thing. So and it's not just rolling a dice, right? But there's got to be better ways to do.
yeah, exactly,
Better
exactly.
ways.
Just steal from Duel Links. Whatever Duel Links is doing that they do right with their events, just take that. Ooh, defensive hit is pretty big here though. This grade isn't hitting anymore, unless the heal whiff. But again, that's still only 2 damage you're hitting. Yep.
The grade is one of those legions that don't get power.
Yeah, one of the
pretty
very
annoying.
few. It's like Prominence Glare as well.
Yeah. Like you expect every time you attack you get plus 2k, but sometimes it's not meant to be.
Yep. Okay, Neo Flame to take out the Gojo in the back. Looking pretty good. The Great swanging on the rear. Oh, there's the Blazing Core. Blazing Flare, sorry. Oh, that is
Blazing
great.
tech. Nice.
That's really nice. I like that. Everyone liked that. Everyone clapped. Soul Blast 3,
Well,
pop
this-
up front. Powers up your Perdition Vortex.
Yep.
You
It's
love
one
it.
of those. This is pretty good. Like, but you want to kill that Overlord, right? I
Yeah.
feel like you can do 3 damage to Yamekake right now.
Unless he
But then-
doesn't care. Unless he
Yeah.
doesn't care. I think he literally does not care. Oh, swing Vanguard first. Okay, oh, gets the draw there. I mean, if you draw into all your PGs, it's fine, right? 9 cards in
Yeah.
hand. Oh, the heal trigger. Okay, nobody cares about the Overlord anymore. Go in, run it down, into the face. Oh, the heal comes through on Yamakaka's side too. This is really getting in the way of Brutia's speedrun. His
Yeah.
personal best is not looking too hot anymore.
Yeah.
The Olympic
Okay,
Olympic
Brutia-
record.
It's like leaves the Overlord up.
Yep.
Actually, well, if he uses the Overlord, then he can't use any other effects, which is fine, right? It's actually not bad.
Well, technically, yeah, no, that's right. Because I was thinking like you call bellicosity, but then you don't have a rearguard to attack with the great anymore, so it's kind of whatever. Whew.
Unless you play an order card that lets you attack the back row.
Unless. All right, Brutia not using sleeves. You know, the the people that go the hardest are people that just like use the default sleeves. Shadowverse 2, best players in the world, they don't use any sleeves. They just straight up use the defaults, and that's somehow more intimidating. They'll literally use like default banner, default profile pic, name will be and that's it. Literally, you know that like that's not a beginner. That's literally God descending to play around with mortals for a second.
I mean, if you're speedrunning, do you even have time to go to the customize section to change the sleeves?
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Yep.
Just press the play button and go.
Default colors in fighting games? Yep. No drip. It's all about wins. Name is Black Air Force One energy. Quite literally. Alright, Yamikake doing perdition stuff here. Oh, burning the heal. It wouldn't have activated, but the minus power is good.
Okay, here's the thing though. He could have put up an intercept if he wanted to, but I'm guessing he says, I'm facing cargo. I don't need intercepts.
Yeah, true. Like, you can feel a vortex coming in next turn. Alright, could this be lethal? Nah, man. He drew way too many cards. Way too many cards.
Even with one intercept, it doesn't matter, because the Great can just handle it pretty easily. Right.
Alright, well.
But how does Brutia kill this? How does he speed run?
I think you need Vortex anyway, just for the ping, and then just swing 3 times to face. Like,
yeah,
we haven't seen any PG, so chances are he has 3. But he's sticking to it here.
Ooh, okay.
Double Neoflame would be really cool because you could take out both of the back rows, because those are so annoying right now. Like, that is a really, really big buff that they're gonna have to the back row, as long as they can keep retiring. Which, if you deal them with damage, you can technically do that next turn too.
But giving a damage to Yamikake gives like 2 CB, so
yeah,
might not be good.
You kind of have to though. Kind of have to. Depends on his hand.
The game doesn't. I mean, he's actually thinking about this turn, which is pretty insane.
I was wondering how you'd end that sentence. Rare, insane, surprising. Ooh, that's another heal he put down. Attacking into the Gojo, not into the Overlord. Okay.
Yeah, that's a.
Technically, that's
I guess
a bigger
he
attacker.
really wants a new flame pop. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
There's no other way to do it.
Okay. Burn that boy in the back. Get rid of him. And then you still have 3 swings to the face. You're shaking for 2 PGs though. And I guess he's also trying to filter through everything to like find the remaining 2 PGs in his deck. I mean, there's only 5 cards remaining anyway, so chances are he's finding them.
And for all you Overdress fans out there, if you guys like Gravidia, why didn't you guys give a Neoflame a chance? He's just dropping meteors.
True.
Just like Gravidia does.
Yeah, everyone loves Gravidia. Ooh.
Maybe they're related, you know?
Ooh, wait a second. I mean, keep in mind the Great's effect is once per turn. But that's a spicy little play.
Ooh.
Don't tell me he's gonna retire the Neoflame to pop the grade 1. That's definitely not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. Oh, he's not giving the CB. Wow, he's actually going for it. Damn. All right.
Wow.
All right.
I mean,
that's impressive. That's impressive.
that was. I thought he was gonna speedrun it, but he doesn't want to. He's not going for the win. For the chance at losing, I guess.
Yeah, I guess he's just afraid of the Vortex actually murdering his front row, so he wants to just survive at this point. 4 cards in deck, so 3 cards next turn. No, 2, because he draws for turn 2. Oh my god, he has the Legion to survive.
So yikes. I guess his plan is next turn he goes Vortex.
I guess?
To try and get the win with 3 attacks to the face?
I assume so. Damn. This is very awkward for Brutti all of a sudden. Alright, the PG is there.
Yep.
Alright, there's the Vortex. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. I guess he was just waiting to run to Persona copy, maybe? Just for the damage ping?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm assuming. Yup, look at those fast moves. He knows he doesn't have time. He knows he doesn't have time. All his heroes are gone too. There's one damage zone too, so he has to like put back 3, then probably like the Legion mate. I don't know if you want to put back the triggers that much. I mean, he will, but... Alright.
He put 2 heals, right?
I think he has split... One of his overlords is a heal too, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
it is. It is. Alright, Kalmas 2, Persona. Pop that column. Goodbye, Conroe. Good riddance. Boom. No trigger for you. Alright, there we go. 3 swings to the face. Show us 3 PGs or it's gonna be GGs. Real quick. There's a second one. Is there a third one to survive? A heal trigger comes through. Down to 4 cards in deck though. That's huge. That is the third PG as well, but now might be able to survive barely. Is there another Persona Blast in Yamikage's hand? Oh my god.
If he has a Persona Blast, it's kind of hard to deal 2 damage. He needs the other one needs to be a booster.
Yeah, you can't even make 16 anymore. Yeah, that's tough. Yikes.
Yeah, it's
That heal was really big. That heal really changed everything here too.
yeah. And I guess like if you think about it, if his deck count increased to 2 versus like what 5,
wow, what is this? What is this? Oh no, Yamika gonna be going down swinging at this point. No intercepts, 1 card in hand. At most 1 PG that he's potentially kept. Was that even worth it? I would have just called down the PG just to try to swing and... No, you couldn't... You would have just dealt 1 damage, huh? Alright. Brutti can attack. There's potentially still triggers in the deck though, which is kinda yikes, so you want to swing with rears first for sure. Alright, just calling down everything.
Just pulling everything. Yeah, no,
He's going in.
I think Brutti has got this.
There's the 1 PG. Here goes the Great for Lethal. If there's a heal, maybe he can somehow deck out Brutti.
There's only 1 heal left in the deck, so this is a confirmed heal.
Just like that, Brutti is gonna take it and go to finals against Yamikage. Not exactly a clean 2-0, but a very strong looking 2-0. That first game especially was fast.
It's convincing, right? Yeah. The second game, I like that was pretty cool. Right? If you like, in a way, if you think about it, like you could just immediately Legion and then pray for the heal. But if you survive that 1 turn and then Legion, your chances of triggering that heal is kind of higher.
Yeah.
Maybe his hand wasn't sculpted to do like the perfect kind of 3 attack to the face that you want to do. The previous turn. So, you know, just waiting 1 turn and identifying what really kills you. You can probably like even kind of understand what's in his opponent's hand, because like just based on what he puts down, and then he goes, okay, I can attack a rear guard that's like that. And yeah.
Yep.
Look at that Red Frost.
Yep. Effect triggers are real. Run. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh man, but those good games. Good games. Like Brutti played well. Definitely, you know, had to keep that momentum going, especially in the game first game. Like both times, like he had a really strong early start and then kind of slowed down and then went back in there.
I mean, it's very, very convincing finishes, to be honest. Yeah. And now in the finals, definitely pretty scary. Scary opponent to fight. But yeah, just very, very, very consistent. His third deck, what was his third deck? It's actually, it's Brawlers. So all his decks are relatively fast, except for Kagura.
Yep. Yep.
He's not the random guy playing the 1 Bermuda.
yeah, exactly. Oof. Damn,
the other
still.
side as well.
Yeah, that was really good. Again, we got all the deck lists here too. I haven't seen a few of them. Chacha, I think, lost in top 16 if I'm not mistaken, which is unfortunate. Played the typical lineup though. Hisapon is still in here with Jewel Knights. We're gonna see that next, dude. Jewel Knights in top 4. I'm hyped. 6 self damages though. Damn.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing a Jewel Knight do well.
Wait, Yuki had FX Blau? Oh my god, there was an ethics blow out here as well. Oh my
This
god.
guy is memeing, dude. Ethics Blau, Oracle Think Tank.
Yeah. Is this Conquest 3 deck 0 ban? No, it's 2 deck 1 ban. But it is Conquest, yeah. Alright, let's see. So Hisapon is the one running Jewel Knights, the big rogue pick of the day. With Kagero and Bermuda, the more conventional picks, and then Bermuda and Narukami Kagero on Nidaime's side. Nidaime, of course, pretty well known. You know, he's been at the Zero Championship Finals for quite a while now. So yeah, for East, if you're tuning in, the way Vanguard works is that it's kind of the opposite of Digimon, where in Digimon you start with the security, right? And it gets decreased over time and then you lose when you don't have any. In Vanguard, you start with 0 cards in the damage zone, which is where the security is in Digimon, and you accrue it throughout the game when your main card that represents you, the player, which is the middle, like the card in the middle, the Vanguard, when that gets hit, you take the top card of your deck into the damage zone, and then once you hit 6 there, you lose. So once you've been hit 6 times, kind of like in Digimon, you get hit 6 times, you lose. In Vanguard, you also get hit 6 times, you lose. But there is healing, you know, just like I guess there is in Digimon too, there's healing there too. So you get punished for losing? Yeah, kind of. But the thing is also that in order to pay for costs, like in Vanguard, like security in Digimon is obviously like goes face down from the start. But in Vanguard, when you take damage, it goes face up. And then a lot of effects, they ask you to flip the damage face down to pay for the cost. So you need, like, by taking damage, you make the counterattack because you can now pay for cost for your effects. So everyone wants a certain amount of damage, but obviously not 6 not to lose. But, you know, it's kind of like in fighting games, right? Until that final bar of HP is gone, it's all fair game, right? I mean, same in Shadowverse too. Even if you're on 1 life, if you win, you win.
Chris, your dreams are coming true.
Oh.
Potential Bermuda mirror.
Oh no, not the Bermuda mirror, no. Why is who left the fish unbanned?
Now, I'm just gonna say this. I kind of saw this coming because I think Hisapon didn't ban Dotto's Bermuda, right? He banned the brawlers. So, it's like Nidaime's Bermuda probably stayed alive, but Nidaime banning out the Kagero. That's weird.
Yeah, that is surprising. I guess he's fine with a mirror. I guess we're gonna be sitting here for an hour.
This mirror he didn't realize that was Kagero. He thought it was like brawlers.
Oh my god.
He missaw for a sec.
Yep. Get ready. 30-minute match. Easily.
Or maybe Hisapon has a weird Bermuda list. What do you think?
Yep. Maybe. Who knows?
Reindeer. He's like, I'll leave that up.
So yeah, and then you'll notice here, I'm gonna keep giving East a little introductory thing, right? So when you take damage, like about a third of your deck is cards that are called triggers, which when they're revealed for damage, or when your Vanguard, when it attacks, it also checks the top cards of the deck. If you reveal those, you have bonus effects like drawing an extra card, or healing a card, or adding extra damage to your Vanguard, so you do like 2 damage instead of 1. So we saw there the guy on top, Nidaime, he had 2 damage with his Vanguard because of an effect. So yeah. Oh, good early start here for Hisapon. Gain resources on hit? Yeah, basically. Like there's that extra little factor of chance. Kind of like security effects in Digimon, there's that extra little factor of chance that makes every game feel different, which is always great. Goldfish, what is this?
It's a fish mirror, man.
Oh, not yet. We're still getting there.
I checked Hisapon's list and he is running reindeer, so...
Oh, he is running reindeer.
He's run 1.
Oh, okay.
He's running 1 reindeer.
Wow. Oh my god. Oh, whiffs the heal though, that's unfortunate. Alright, so yeah, you can see there. Alright, hits the draw. It's good. This still hits though, 31k, goddamn. Alright, up to 5 damage, back against the wall for Nidaime already. He's up on out here with the aggro. Oof.
Actually, Nidaime is also running 1 reindeer as well, so I think the 1 reindeer tech is...
1 reindeer tech.
Everyone's tech, man.
Alright. At 2v5, and this is like way too early for Nidaime to do the push too.
I mean, Hisapon's looking pretty darn good right now, just saying.
Is he gonna give him break ride? Surely not. Surely he's not gonna give him break ride. Ooh, PG's damage. Swing rear, yeah, that's way too dangerous otherwise. Like, if you turn on Ashley Reverse, that's like super GG. But he runs 6 self-damagers, so he could still ride Ashley Reverse here. And self-damage, yeah.
I mean, his hand is full. Looks good.
Looks good, yeah, looks good.
But two perfect guards is easily possible.
Yeah, for Nidaime, I think he's still in
But
an
just
okay
ripping
spot.
it out. Yeah, I think ripping it out right now is pretty good though.
Yeah.
But okay, here's a scary thing: is that he is playing, Dauntless, right? So he's got huge explosive potential.
Yeah, 3 to 6 is like easy. So he's up on goes for Evane, which we'll call the Sword Me here. He also Soul Blast out the actually that hit as a Break Rider, which you can instantly Legion back right now. Right.
Yeah, but like intercepts right now versus Nidaime. I mean, knowing what they play.
Yep. All right. Very nice. Oh, Altgaro for potential little multi-tag, but I don't think you're doing any Altgaro multi-tags this turn. Not when your opponent's at 5. I was hoping you could say that because that's the whole point of using that starter is the multi-tags. Not choosing to Legion. Maybe he wants to get pushed a little bit first. That's interesting.
I guess if he Legions back all his heals now, he's not healing. So
yeah. That's okay. Yeah, that's understandable. Draw. I mean, that's also better to put that back to deck as well. Another whiffed heal. Okay, he has. I think he has like 3 heals in the drop right now, so he can definitely beef up his deck very soon. But he needs to have like at least 2 PGs here because if he goes into Vortex, yeah, which he has, Vortex gonna burn the front row. Here we go. This is gonna be huge. At least 4 attacks to the face. That's really rough.
Depends if you can build it because his hand is low.
True. Yeah. He's 2 for the discard. He has a good booster at least.
Yeah. So it's true lethal attacks. Yeah, 2 PGs is expected.
Oh, he does it like that?
Ooh.
I mean, that does work, but then you have to like sack 2 triggers onto the Dauntless. Maybe just drop a PG at this one, but then you don't have the 2 cards in hand for Dauntless, and you're going for the high roll. Yeah, he's going for it. Oh my god.
Oh wow, really?
He's actually going for it. Alright, I pray for you, man. Oh, he hits it. Never punished. Never punished. And the heal too! Oh my god. What a god. What a god. Alright.
Insanity, boys.
There's a perfect guard. Double PG discard, let's go. He even hit it off the draw. Oh my god. Alright, here comes the 21k. We literally need all PGs to be checked for Hisapon here. Does he have the 4th?
Hisapon was very confident.
Yep, he's got it. This looked like Hisapon's game the entire time, but with all those heals and the damage, there's no way we're gonna see another one. Maybe he should have Legion in the end.
Maybe
he should have Legion.
Maybe he should have just Legion. Man, that was...
Damn. Alright, Nidaime looking good. The greed one that fought, yeah.
Here's a question. Jewel Knights versus Bermuda. Where does this go?
It's actually not that bad of a matchup for Jules, because they can... If they start fast, like they need a strong early game, and it'll be okay, but if you let Bermuda build up their hand, it's over. It's over.
I mean, we could be here for a while, boys. Just
yeah.
Be here for a while.
Oh, here we go. Finally a Bermuda game. How many attacks can Jules do? With Altgaro, you can do 4.
It's more about they need to like once Bermuda gets set up, it's really hard to like do anything about it because you need to get rid of all the perfect guards in their hands, so they can't keep on cloning it.
Yep.
Which is so annoying. Like one of the ways to deal with it is like a guard restrict and like glory, which can get rid of a 3 and a perfect guard. So then they start losing their Legion materials. But once they start getting that combo of like guard, Legion, clone, guard, then it's like what are you even playing?
Yeah, honestly, it's true. But the semifinals, this second semifinal. We already know our first finalist, our speedrunner, Brutia, yeah. So we have this top 4 match, then we're gonna have the 3rd place playoffs, then we're gonna have the finals. Yeah, but again, the Stride news was so hype, man. I am very excited.
You're not gonna lie, October couldn't come sooner, but that's also saying we're already in October, boys.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, man. This year flies by. Like, how are we almost 9 months? We're done with the 8th month of 2021 already. Like, what the hell? Why?
Yeah. Remember when Overdress got announced?
Legit, like that feels like it was just like a month ago.
Yeah. Like, oh, dude. All right. So, oh no, we're getting the Bermuda. We're getting the Bermuda mirror early.
All right.
All right. See you later, boys.
Get your sleeping hats.
Be right back.
I'm up.
The chair can commentate for now.
やっぱキーパーツをダメージを落とすかどうかとか引くかどうかっていうところがかなり重要で、はい、最終的に両方回っちゃうとフィニッシュなかなかお互いに難しい、はい、のでその後々になると積み重ねてダメージが影響してくる。最初の入ってるところは完全に引きと落とし、はい、終盤は積み重ねで
He can sleep for the first Bermuda game. I'll sleep for the next one. This is like, it's like a plane, all right? You know, pilot and co-pilot. One pilot goes to sleep. It's a long haul, flight.
Oh man! All right. All jokes aside, just keep track of PGs. I want to see if Hisapon can be the speedrunner here. 24-hour stream challenge. Yeah, that's what we're looking at right here.
set like text to voice like
yeah
like $5.
Oh my god, he's running the Feluca. You don't see Feluca that often.
No, we don't. But I think the decks are very, very similar. Now the question is, he's
sorry, go ahead.
He's read a Roan. I'm just wondering, where is
There's OPG. Gatslot coming. Gatslot coming. You all know. Everyone knows that. Everyone that watches my channel knows the secret weapon to destroy this deck is Gatslot. Oh my god.
One PG gets damaged. That's huge.
That's definitely huge. That's one less to worry about.
It is the first damage though, so it's very easy to heal it off.
Still no PGs. Oh, but the heal. Oh no! Someone healed the PG. That's the beginning of the end. All right.
The PG is back in the deck.
Oh, Heal City, baby. Let's go.
Look at these Pacificas. These heal Pacificas popping off.
Also running Stanley. Like you don't see Stanley that often. All right, there goes Nemo.
To be honest.
Yep.
You know what's the better Bermuda deck?
Yeah.
Lyrical Monasterio boys.
True. Oh, there's the PG.
Oh no. Alright guys.
Alright. It's over.
Yeah, GG boys. Let's call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't get any better than a couple of minutes ago. Alright, let's
It begins. I like that the global players can learn about this deck now. This is your study session. When does this come out in global? Next month? Or is it the month after that? I think it's the month after that, right?
After, right? I think it's next month. Yeah, next month. The month after is like the super big one, right? I think they're like 2 months behind.
Oh yeah, Slaney. It's not Stanley. Oh my god, like, my brain is just leaking out of my ears.
Stanley.
I swear there was a premium card called Stanley though. Oh my god, it's October? Okay. Yeah, top idol Stanley. Oh my god. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Well, maybe Nidame doesn't have PGs, you know? That's what
it feels like.
Yeah.
He's been bouncing all kinds of weird things.
One guy living the good life, the other guy living the sad life.
Crit, boom. Countercharge. So good.
Why does he countercharge?
Because he had 3 of the Legion made in hand.
No, it's a rhetorical question.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Yeah, why does it countercharge?
Alright, so we've got the good old crit to Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
No multi attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it can but
Damn. Alright, there's a draw. I mean, this deck was also... Like, this deck was also meta in the TCG, but it was such a much more interesting... It was also the same stall garbage, right? It was stall.
it was not interesting in the TCG.
But the thing is,
it was
at least it wasn't PG spam, it was like 15, 18 card hand.
Yeah, no, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. My
It
teammate
wasn't
played it. My teammate played it, and then literally at the end of the day, he's like, "I hate
Yeah.
myself."
Yeah,
he took it to he took it to regionals once, and he was just like, "I hate everything. I don't want to play this deck anymore."
I know a lot of players because a lot of friends play Bermuda, and yeah, this is the deck they play. You see that starter, 4 of that starter.
Yep.
You get, then you just draw like 20 cards, and you just
You just deck out.
you-
You'd have to
Legion
always like
back crit
you have to
every
keep
turn.
cycling the legions to not deck out.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's lame.
All right. Legion finally happening. We know there's a PG in Hisapon's hand.
So he calls it out, bounces it, gets 3 more, right? Or 2 more.
Tanaka Senpai had 18 cards in hand but no PG to guard. Damn, that sucks. That was the other thing, was like they'd have 18 card hand but it'd be all 5k shield. So he just blast through it. 60k shielded, especially in Overdrive, is like nothing. It's like, bro, that's barely more than Overtrigger.
He's copied the rune because he knows
Yeah. Attackers for
he already
days.
has all the nulls. He's living the good life.
Yep.
Actually,
Alright.
he didn't get. Did he not get the counter charger?
He did not. He did not. He doesn't have the copies of the Vanguard, huh?
Yeah, but it's okay, right? I guess they all run Soul Blast 2 counter charges. Oh man.
Well, would you look at that?
Oh, here it goes, guys. Put back 4 heals.
New Diamond still hasn't shown us any PGs. I am getting mildly concerned now.
You should be. It means it's gonna be a fast game.
True. True. Or you can draw 2 cards here. Go to 9. And you can also, like... Here's also, whatchamacallit... Soul Blast out the Legion stuff, so you can actually, like, put them all back down.
Yeah, this is the loopity loops.
Yeah, good morning, JJ.
Yeah. Bear in mind, guys, someone will have to play this the next game as well, unless
Unless Midame wins, which, considering he doesn't have PGs yet, isn't looking too likely right now.
I mean, he could try damage denying. Oh, he's doing a Legion. Look at that.
Yep. Alright, there we go. Time to search the Legion mate all the times. Put them all back.
And what does he do now? Does he put down a perfect card? Maybe he's just so chatty. He already has 4 of them.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't need to set. Oh, he put down a Roan. Oh, he's gonna search Roans?
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh. Timer running out. Gotta make a choice soon. Oh my god, what is going on? Alright, Soul Blast 2, CC2. CC charge.
Okay.
Soul
Okay.
Blast to bounce this, okay. And then you can use her skill to bounce something else and search. So search the Legion mates out first, so you get the crit. Boom, and the counter charge. Now... Yeah, I guess you don't need PGs in the mirror as much, but... I mean, he's on 4 damage. He needs to heal if he doesn't have a PG.
Yeah. Yeah.
1 bar of time, boys. Oh, there it is.
Oh. What?
Is he gonna swing Van into rear? Oh my
Oh,
god,
Roan.
he is.
He can ruin it. He can ruin
Yeah,
it.
he's gonna run it back. Oh my god. Yep. Yep. 24
Oh dear. Oh dear,
coming
boys.
in. You got the PG. Here we go. Oh, that's the PG got. Oh my god. The only PGs that are ever got are the ones in damage zone, as long as they don't get healed.
Yeah, well, it's the 4th card in the damage, so it's pretty good. Wait, he didn't bounce?
Does he have 3 in hand? He's actually that much of a Giga Chad?
I think his hand is full, that's why. Yeah, his hand's 8, right?
True, yeah. Damn.
What we do?
We bounce and draw.
I thought he was like gonna go. Maybe he's gonna like. He's just pushing because he wants to get it, but now he's given CB2 to his up on, so now he can just do everything. But
Double resist doesn't really do much in this matchup either.
Yeah, like here's the thing. I guess you can't clone perfect guards if all the perfect guards are in your hand, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Is this the whole mirror match? Yes, this is what the mirror match looks like. This is what the mirror match looks like.
Oh, now that he's healed out of lethal.
Make that double. Damn. I'm glad Lyrical Monastery exists, man. It literally saved Bermuda's. It saved them.
Hey,
PG gone?
no.
A Poggy's moment?
PG 5 damage.
No way. No way. Very exciting gameplay. I'm glad you agree, JJ. I also think this is very exciting gameplay. I'm having a great time right now. Oh my god. Yeah, it's close to decking out. Like, Nidaime actually needs to Legion back soon. Otherwise, he's in big trouble. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's what happens when you play Bermuda. You get a time.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Well,
no rewrite?
huh. So now if he thins out his deck for another PG... Uh-oh. Heal. Down to 6 cards in hand.
Wow.
In deck. Alright, then he surges out the PGs up to 5. He needs to then Legion, somehow.
And then he takes a damage. He goes to 4, right? Then he draws, becomes 3.
Yep.
Is that legit? I think that's legit.
Yeah, the Bermuda players just like, ah, yeah, while we're out here suffering. Yep. This game is literally not gonna end. As long as they keep Legioning, it's not gonna end. It doesn't matter.
Oh, this one doesn't do anything super special, right? It only
This one-
searches for 1.
Yeah, it bounces and searches for the same name. So you can technically search out a PG, I guess. Oh my god, man. What?
But he can't search out PGs anymore because he's surely got them all to hand.
Yeah, I think so. So for Nidaime, he's gonna go down to 3 cards in deck by the start of his next turn, right? Because he takes 1 damage and draws. Down to 3. Needs to Legion to survive. Yeah. We might reach G-Rare by the time this game is over. You never know. This year's been flying by. I hope Nidaime has a Legion. It's been feeling a bit
Depends
shaky.
like who decks out first, right?
Yeah.
Who
Alright, well.
gets the rough end of the RNG?
Damn, Scarlet is not having this either. Falling asleep at the wheel. Alright. So Hisapon can draw here, I guess. Go up to 9 cards in hand. Choosing not to, though. Okay. And we just push 1 damage.
Down. That's insane. Wow. Is he gonna put down another intercept?
It doesn't need to.
Well, yeah, that's right. He moves them up.
Huh.
That was well, he puts one down anyway.
Yeah, he just put it down anyway. Like, it's fine. It's 3:47. Oh, Scarlet, go to bed.
This is actually really good for going to sleep, right?
Oh!
Like,
Uh-oh. Only 2 cards in deck. That's one of his legions. Oh no. Oh, okay, he had it. Never mind.
yeah, he runs Miltor. So can he force deck out? Didn't they change the effect?
They
So
changed the
both
effect.
players don't have to draw, right?
It has like a 7-card limit now, I think. You have to have like both players can only do it until both players have 7 cards in hand.
Huh. I mean, is that tech for the mirror? So if they don't have
doesn't-
7, you force them to draw 1, and
When
then
do they not have 7 though? Like this is literally probably the first time we've seen Hisapon with like less than a 7-card hand. Wow. Crazy. Alright, let's see what he's gonna search. Don't want to search too much, but at the same time you also want the crit. So question mark. Alright, don't deck yourself out, buddy. Okay, he's not search. No, he's searching the Legion for next turn. Yeah, this is the safety. This is the insurance plan that you gotta sign up for. when playing this deck. Alright, double intercept. Has the crit so you can push him to 5.
Deck out central.
Jesus Christ. I'm out here losing my voice because of this.
We need it. This is like a marathon. We gotta take it easy. Is that 2 Legion mates?
It is. It is.
Alright, the cracks are forming.
Slowly.
Imagine when you heal so much, all your good cards could attach.
Yep. Yeah, still only 1 PG for both players has been revealed, and not even by actually using it, just been buffing damage.
Emmy's voice as well.
Yep, Amy screaming her head off. Wait, who is it that has the same birthday as Emmy? Is it Derek?
Was it like? Was it? When is
Wasn't there a
Emmy's
meme?
birthday?
It's like later this month in September. September like 20 something.
Was it Kamui or was it someone like that?
No, it wasn't it. I'm pretty sure it was Derek that has the same birthday as Emmy. Yeah, that's why he used like Emmy sleeves in the championship. Or something like that.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. I just checked
Derek
the
is late
website.
September, right?
Yeah. This is
All the birthday boys.
That's a weird champ, dude.
Yeah. Birthday Rick Bow.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite.
Beric Bow.
Birth Rick Brow. Alright, there's a draw. Look at that. At a heal. Ooh, exciting. Alright.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, the first PG of the game? That's crazy.
Dude, they don't show us how much damage they did though, right? That's a sad thing.
Yep.
That's the one thing you want to see.
Riveting gameplay. What did y'all have for lunch? You have a good day?
I don't know. I had a pasta.
Oh, I had
I'm
pasta
eating
for
so
breakfast. Nice.
Well, that was kind of my breakfast because that was my first meal. So
Oh,
I guess
nice.
it's similar. Domino's pizza for breakfast? What the fuck? Domino's pizza?
Well, maybe it's like leftover. Like, you know when when you have
Alright.
when you have Domino's for dinner, and then in the morning you just put that shit in the microwave.
What is the weirdest thing you had for breakfast?
Weirdest thing?
Yeah, like the most.
Like non-breakfasty thing to have for breakfast?
Yeah.
Might have been like a burger or something, and I hated myself after that.
I think
like
I
a
had like a steak for breakfast.
I might have also had a steak for breakfast once, and I really didn't like it
That's
too.
not that bad though, right?
Yeah,
Steaks
yeah.
Isn't there? I watched a video. It was like ramen for breakfast. Is that something that is actually weird?
I would not want that. I in general
Really?
really rarely eat ramen. I'm not the biggest like ramen guy.
Huh. Okay.
Because a lot of ramen is very mid.
Oh, I guess.
A lot
I
of the
guess.
cheap chains are very mid. And also here, most of the ramen is very mid.
Yeah.
So- That's a big thing, right?
That's. I guess.
Soba though? Yes, soba I like a lot. Especially in the summer, the cold soba, like, ooh, bro, that hits hard.
I don't know. I like soba. Just feels very liney. I don't know how to explain it.
Liney, I guess
It's
that's one way to put it, yeah.
It's like thin.
Yeah.
Ramen's a bit more like.
I mean, I like udon the most. Like, udon
Yeah.
for me is always a safe pick.
Yeah, 'cause-
Probably my
'cause
favorite
udon's
noodles.
thick, right?
Yeah,
Udon's
yeah.
thick. You're like slurping on.
Yeah,
good, but-
and it's also like very cheap. Like you go to a chain like Hanamaru or something, and you pay like 400 yen for like an udon bowl and like 2 pieces of karage or something. It's like actually hits the spot perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Like when you eat a soba, you don't feel full. I feel like it feels like it leaves an emptiness in your stomach. Or maybe that's because I'm just really fat.
Well, I usually get something with it too. Like if you get a cold soba, I usually get like maybe like a katsu on the side or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, just to
But
fill
it's like
yourself
when you
up.
eat it, you're like, ooh, that hit the spot. You know. That hit the
Yeah,
spot.
that's true. That's true. All right. Anyway, this is turn 8.
Wow.
I don't think I've seen games go to turn 8 that often. Oh, stop healing for the love of God. Hot or cold soba? It depends on the season. In summer, cold soba is really nice. I used to not like it that much when I first traveled, but now I'm a lot more happy with it. In the
Alright,
summer,
so,
just it's
what
hard.
about Sukemen? Yes or no?
Oh, Tsukemen I
fan
love.
of
Yeah,
that?
Tsukemen is good. Tsukemen's
Yeah. Yeah, Tsukemen's like awesome, guys.
good.
You should
Yeah,
all get it.
yeah,
Literally no argument there.
yeah. Tsukemen is really good. One of my best friends in Japan is like really. Wait, whoa, deck out Poggies? No, never mind. Psych, psych.
All right, back to the.
Wait, does he have Legion Maid?
Oh. Maybe he's screwed. Wait, if he heals a few more times, he'll reach his Legion mate.
Uh-oh.
He's taking a long time to think about it.
Uh-oh.
I think someone's screwed.
Uh-oh. I heard a page flip. Like, Nabaru was reading the script, he's like, alright, we're finally on the next part. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Could it be a conclusion to this long haul flight? Are we finally landing?
How do you lose all your Legion mates though?
Oh no, he has 5 cards in the soul.
Soul, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But he doesn't have any waste of soul, but oh my god, is it gonna just die the timer? Wait, he had...
Oh, look at...
Huh? Okay, he didn't put a single
what?
trigger back. Just wait for the animations. Oh
Is he just
my
gonna Legion of
god.
Pass?
Oh, the timer ran out. Unless, yep. That is... I'm confused, but I
No, but
guess...
his opponent's running out of cards too.
Oh wait, he's waiting to use the PGs. He didn't want to attack, so he wouldn't deck out. He's waiting to use the PG, so now this turn he can actually use the skill.
Legion the PGs. Oh.
I don't know if he's gonna Legion the PGs or just like... No, wait, that doesn't make sense. Why did he Legion then? Never mind. Did he somehow disconnect? Did he fall asleep? Is it the game took too long for him? The timer, oh my god. Pacifica?
What?
Uh-oh, alright, wait. Oh, hold up. This game. Oh my god. So he has to attack CB2 to start, like, bounce 1. No, bounce 2 and then call 1 from deck. He needs to call a trigger. Oh my god, 2 cards in deck. He calls a grade 2. There's no triggers in deck, I'm assuming. Yep, just PG and a grade 2. Alright. Is this the lethal swing? It's not. There's a PG at the bottom of the deck. So the max that he can have in hand is 1. And I think maybe Nidaime finally has this. Wait, no. No, because he can only attack with Vanguard if there's no triggers left. Wait.
I mean,
If
there's a heal that's unaccounted for the
Ah, well, there it is. Okay, never mind. All triggers are out. He can attack safely. Oh my god, Nidaime finally freeing us from purgatory. Thank you, sir. Oh my god. At long last. It took, what, 11 turns? It's turn 11, right? Oh my god. At long last, Nidaime wins. Even the Japanese commentators like, the long-lasting Bermuda Mirror match has finally ended.
Well, thank God we don't have to play the game after that.
Oh my god. I think everyone... I think we need another... we need another G reveal. Show us Ultmile or something. Everyone needs to be waking up after that.
Well, you know what's funny? At least you can't... I don't even get a Bermuda Mirror in the 3rd and 4th place playoff or the top 2 playoffs. I think they've separated it well. Maybe.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that was saved.
Oh my god, man. What a game.
Yeah. That was crazy, man. That was crazy, bro.
It's actually insane. It's actually insane.
It feels like
let's go.
we've talked off tangent for quite a while.
Yeah.
Didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I don't think we missed anything. It was just the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, and then it's like, whoa, hey, he's not doing it anymore. He's not doing the thing. You know, he's not doing
Yep.
the thing.
Yep.
まあなんかすぐに何かがこう必要になるようなマッチアップではないので、まあ最悪レギオンして
Alright, are they gonna take a break after this? That's the real
I'm
question.
assuming.
時間系でも
I'm typing out the news quickly on Twitter as well.
みたいな。
It's like, you know, wake up the third and fourth players.
的には非常にいいと思いましたね。あとはまあレギオン回数自体は多分ヒサポンさん
Oh my god.
ですけど、それで戻したトリガーを結構ピンポイントで引いちゃって。
Let us have our fun while it lasts. I mean, I think Bermuda, honestly, there's been several times where I enjoyed Bermuda in other parts of the history of the Vanguard meta where it was actually like good. Like Tiro, I think, is the coolest Bermuda deck that has ever been meta. Like Tiro was genuinely really cool. And there's like cool combos, multi-attacks, like board wipes, like it was just really cool. It actually was like everything about it was awesome. This, not so much. Like, and like also Anj was cool too. It's just like destroyer of worlds, you know. All right, so they're gonna do a break and then gonna have third place playoffs and then finals after that. 26 minutes of watching the mirror, damn, crazy.
Was that 26 minutes? Wow.
That's actually insane. How was Revere in G meta? Revere was it was good in V in premium itself, but not so much in G as much, I would say. Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna go quick bathroom break, get some water. We have a little bit of a break, so y'all get a drink too, and then we'll see you guys in just a bit. Boom, the boys are back. Give me just a second to adjust my lights so you can see my face a bit better. Okay, maybe a bit too bright. Alright, so we're starting with the third place playoff. It's gonna be between Yamekake and Hisapon. Please both ban Bermudas. I don't think anyone wants to see this again.
They both have Bermudas.
They both have Bermudas.
Oh, no.
Please, both ban. I'm gonna enjoy my croissant that I picked up.
I thought we escaped that, you know.
Thing is, I'm fine seeing Bermuda. I just don't want to see the mirror. I'm fine if it's like Kagura against Bermuda, but just not the mirror. Please.
Imagine if the finals was like actually just the Bermuda mirror. That would be the longest finals. Yeah, the final game. People would lose interest so quickly.
Yeah, I think we'd have to bury competitive zero.
I think like the mainstream shedded like 100 viewers from that. They were at 420.
Yeah.
Exact perfect number.
Yep. So yeah, this is arguably, you know, one of the most important matches, because this is like the third place gets the playmat, fourth place does not. Oh, one of the Bermudas is not banned.
Wow, they went straight in. He's like, you didn't ban my Bermuda? Bruh.
Yep.
Let's go.
Oh wait, Hisapon was the one playing Jewel Knight. No, I didn't even... I was so focused on the Bermuda part. I forgot my Jewel Knight King is the one that stepped down to third place playoff.
Yeah. Nah, dreams aren't real this time, man. Yeah, they all faded into the I don't know, into somewhere. But you know,
Into the
Jewel
void.
Knight versus this. Is it good?
It's pretty good. It's very fast,
Alright.
so it should be okay.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see how fast Hisapon wants to go. So far, nothing has been fast though. Right? The only fast guy has been Brutia, right?
Yep.
Hisapon kind of staggered at the end. He went fast, but at the end he's like,
Yeah, he always slows down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slowed way down. Or just got deleted. Deleted in a few seconds.
26 minutes of hostage. Wow. That's insane. That's insane. Welcome to the Bermuda Mirror.
Whoa, look at that damage deny. The 5k damage deny.
Wow.
But hey, that 5k is like juicy, right? It's
Yeah.
like just sitting there waiting to get destroyed. Or is it a trap? You know, you give them too much CB and they start farming. They start farming you,
That's true.
everyone else.
But they just need one
Something like
CB to start farming though.
Yeah. Oh, but they'll I'm pretty sure he's inviting royals to give damage right here.
Mm-hmm. That mirror match, Nidaime dealt 12 damage, he's upon dealt 10. Oh my god.
Only?
Only? Yeah.
Only? Right?
Alright, Swarmy Gaming. Very nice. Searched out the self damager too, that was quite interesting.
Yeah. Self damage just stops his opponent from healing early, man.
True, true. Oh, that grade 2, that's the promo.
Wait, what?
The promo that, like, when you ride, you look at top 7 and you ride a grade 2 that isn't her. I think you had to whale for this in global.
Is it like the one up?
Yeah,
Wait, it's $2.
we got her for free in GP. Alright, 2 nulls. Rowan gonna bounce to the front row one. Not afraid of getting retired by Ashley Reverse with 1 damage. Alright. Yeah, just flexing PGs already, making a statement.
Yep.
Alright, he's up on. What can you do? What can Jewel Knights do here? Alright, Ivan to search Sword Me, but you don't get the second CB to actually use the Sword Me, which kind of hurts, but it's still a nice,
Yeah.
nice way to get your intercepts.
I mean, here's the thing. There's nothing much that Dual Knights can do.
I mean, just rush them to 5 if possible this turn, like.
Pretty much.
But even then, it's so hard. You need
Seems like a pretty bad match.
you need the Altgaro here. Altgaro would help, but
Will it? I feel like Bermuda has. He's real. I have at least three perfect guards going to 4 probably next turn, right?
yeah,
So it feels like at this point, Hisapon's fate might already be sealed.
yeah. Honestly, yeah, it's good pike. Welcome, welcome. All right, he's up on. I like the Jewel Knights though. Like he's been doing good with it. Definitely some really interesting plays. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Here's a funny thing, right? Is like that Yamekake has like no perfect guards in the drop zone, but if you just perfect guards all the attacks, you'll have guards in the drop zone.
True.
To legion with.
Is there a world line where he just like stays on grade 2 here? Just uses run again? Just search another one? Guess not.
I don't think so. I think you ride and you pass, right? Well, not pass, but you don't legion. We can't legion. You just attack normally. Next turn, like Hisapon will deal like two lethal attacks maybe,
Yeah.
and then you legion those 2 back, and then you do a search, and life is good. And
Yep.
since you're playing as Dual Knights, they at best do like 2 attacks to your face, with Ashley Reverse. So you
That's
kind of
right.
stay.
That's right.
Because 2 nulls is not 4 nulls, so that means you're never gonna run out. You can always clone.
That's right. Oh, only putting up 1 intercept, which means that you will indeed have 2 lethal attacks here, unless there's a heal. Alright. Oh, that's another Sword Me gone. It's not too great, but it's okay. Oh, finds the heal though. That changes things. I somehow expected that.
Well, next turn it does 1 lethal attack with a crit Ivan, right?
Yeah,
And then you can legion it back.
that's
Legion
true.
The perfect guard back, which is alright. It's alright.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's see what's gonna be the Legion target here. Prismy, drop that heal from hand if you got one. There it is. Self damager. Deny their heals, if possible. Don't let them get too cocky here. Alright, so I guess the play here is you can technically like self damager swing into the rear. Then but you have to boost that, which kinda sucks. And then you could theoretically but like the problem with the Garo is that it calls grade 1s only. So you don't get to, you know.
Yeah, no, he doesn't need to use the effect.
Yeah.
This turn.
Just push to
Plays
4,
normally.
swing to the crit, take out the first PG searched. It's gonna put it back anyway. Oh my
Get a heal. Well, it gets a draw.
完全ガードが1枚手札にもう1
Right.
枚確定しております
So we do know there's another one in hand. There's one on the field that can be bounced too.
まあ2枚ずっと残ってるっていう
But now you can Legion.
回収どっかで
That's right.
どっかで増やせばいいだけ
Legion indeed.
Well, you used one null, so that's definitely going back. There's a bunch of triggers as well.
持ってきた高校4ターンでまあレギオンもできるでしょうという
Pretty much good times.
そうですね
Oh,
完全ガードがもう1枚あるのであれば
はい
かなり余裕な
I'm just checking. Aren tweeted about
ロールで増やした完全ガードってもう2枚使います
how his
This game.
his Revengers just failed him. Apparently his Kagura was doing great work, but his Revengers failed him. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
So that's why you guys should all play Kagura. Kagura best deck.
潰して
Yep.
アビバラを使ってっていう
All right.
スキル戻したのが
Bounce. Bounce the perfect card. Yep.
でアリアが戻った時に
Search.
カウンターブラスト
I don't think he gets the counter charge, right? Because you need to. Oh no, wait. There was so many still in the deck. Okay, all right. Never mind.
Mm.
Wait, you need a count. Oh, you have to. You only get a counter charge if it's the same name, eh?
Yeah, that's right. I guess now at this point it's kind of like you're basically gonna just like push them. No intercept kind of hurts actually, but at the same time you don't really care. I guess.
Yeah,
打点も1個
because you have so many
ヒールトリガー
perfect gods. Ooh, that heal down.
That's pretty good. All right, the draw is cool. You go up to 5 and you relax. No PGs. Nah, he definitely. Yamekake definitely has PGs. We know he has at least like 2, I think.
Yeah, he searched like heaps of them. Just
Oh, going for
Definitely has
Ashley.
PGs.
It's time to start filtering.
アルウィーン
it doesn't matter though, right? On the Ashley, technically, it's like the retires all don't matter.
アシュリーリバーそのリミッ
I lux that one. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You can basically swing here.
トで山札
Oh, it's kind of awkward because
コールすることができます
the
書いてある単純だから
this grade 2 is 11k, so she gives the +3. Oh, you can use that. Yeah, okay, that's kind of nice. Does he have 2? I think he does. Yeah, he does.
Like, is it there?
Yep.
Ooh.
All right. Coming in, get that search as well. +3 to Vanguard, I guess. Yeah. The Miranda doing her work.
1枚絶対要求取りたい
I'm assuming that's going to be PG searched and added.
16から入って
Oh, no defensive, so it's going to be the first PG checked.
嫌ですね
One more attack here.
トリガーはなかった
Yep.
けどまあ完全ガード
アシュリーリバースに乗ら
Got
れ
it,
たら
as expected.
ばらまきたかったんで
Yep. So there's one more remaining in hand that we know for sure. Could be more though.
まあ相当まずい
No, there should be 3, right? Because he bounced 1, then he searched 2.
しかもここ
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah. So
完全ガードが
So it's, yeah. Oh my god.
1枚か
like, how do you crack that? I guess now it's like if they legion in, they only put back 1 perfect guard, so it's like
おそらく
there's kind of no point in using a skill to grab that out.
I don't think they oh, they do Legion now, huh?
であればまあこういった感じ
Well, I guess with this you were only
Well, I guess-
searching one to begin with.
Yeah, okay, then it's back to the same issue.
Yeah.
Because you need to get rid of all the PGs from hand, otherwise they do the legion and get all of them back.
Yep. I mean, there's the other tech.
Maybe you just
They
pray he
just
runs
time
out of
out.
time.
Yeah. Run out of time and you're good. Will there be more Zero News later? I feel like there won't be. I think they already did the big announcement
Like,
for today.
dude, he's so slow though. Right? He has to do this legion, then he needs to do the bounce.
And then call something else.
Yeah, and then he needs to enter battle phase as well. He needs to swap. He needs to swap as well.
Alright. No intercept. What the hell? Where are the grade 2s? I guess he's inviting the
Oh,
3
that-
strings to face.
So he calls that legion down as well. It's kind of like,
Hey, Pike Monster, thanks for the 4 months, man. Alright. Here we go. Draw. Into PG. That's fine. Oh, true. They haven't shown the rank reward for next season yet. Maybe they'll reveal that. That would be nice. Or they'll just do it on
Definitely.
Twitter like they've been doing lately.
it's blast the Joker, right? Because it's on the map.
Yeah, I feel like it should be Blaster Joker. Like, I feel like, what else could it be? Then I wonder what it will be for next, like the second half of the month, right? Is there any?
Chrono Jet?
Oh, imagine that. That'd be cool. It was like Chrono Jet just to like get the first one in. Chrono Jet would be really hype.
Dude,
Harmonix Messiah? Oh, that'd be actually very like
Oh.
thematic. That'd be very thematic.
That's a good one. That's a good one, guys.
All right. Smart thinking. Smart thinking. I like it. All right. Ashley
Here's
searching
the
for
issue.
intercepts.
How does Hisapon survive next turn? It seems hard.
Yeah.
There'll be 2 more attacks on phase.
Oh my god. That doesn't even hit. Okay, now it does.
Man.
Chaos Breaker? Why Chaos Breaker though?
Ooh, now he
Alright.
lives.
That's very important. That is very important.
Yeah.
All right.
What is
13. Here comes another one for the third PG. Give it to us. And now you gotta ride the Nemuel and search out more. Yup, here we go. Time for another 3 PGs. It never ends.
it's the PG that never ends, man. It just keeps
And he
going
hasn't
on
even
and
been
on.
setting up intercepts yet either. Like,
He
the
doesn't
Ashley
do
reverse has barely been
intercepts.
doing anything. Searching intercepts. Whew.
I guess he still gets 1 lethal attack here, because doesn't his Nemuel get crit?
I mean, it was gonna be lethal even without the crit. Oh wow,
Yeah,
intercept
but-
exists. Let's go.
The heal is kind of changed.
Yeah. Well, he attacks into rear, then he swings rear into face, Vanguard into face. GG.
Mm.
Damn. Ooh, he out here. He's like, the white wings spread, the black wing spread. It's like, he's so animated in his commentary. I love it. Meanwhile, we're just here like, oh, let this stop.
Well, look at this big brain play. He knows, like,
Yeah.
oh, don't. Oh.
All right. Fighting game commentary. Yeah, I mean, it's very much a Lestial reference. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. These are Lestial's moms. All right. Here we go. Whipple finally found intercepts for the first time ever. Literally the first time ever. It's
Playing it
crazy.
slower.
He could swing Vanguard here just to like check for PG and then just swing into the rear because I think that might be actually better. Just because you get to clear the field at this point, you can tell he's struggling to build up a board, which is kind of funny for Jewel Knights, but okay. Ooh, whiffed heal hurts a lot. That hurts.
Hmm.
All right. What will Ash Reverse do here?
I wonder what it will do.
Is there even more intercept to search? There should be. I just don't think there's any more Mirandas because he was searching out the self damager last turn.
I don't think the Miranda's matter, right? Because doesn't he hit? It's just like in this grind match, I feel like Hisapon is running out of time.
Yeah, I think so too. Like that's the problem. If you let it go to late game against Bermudas, you gotta be willing to hold that. Is this grand final? This is the 3rd place playoff. Sword Me. Sword Me's good, but it doesn't call an intercept. It doesn't have an intercept either. Time to go
he's
through
only
2
got 7,000
PGs.
next.
Oh no, PG checked. That's not good. Alright. There's a PG. Here comes the second one. Yeah. I mean, at least with Yamekame winning, that means that we won't see Bermuda anymore.
It's the last Bermuda match we're gonna see, boys.
Yep, there goes the Victoria. That searches for the PG again. So he's gonna have 2. Yeah, like Hisapon, I think he had a PG at the bottom too. So he needs to heal. And if he heals, he survives, because there's no crits here. But that's even then, like...
This is
Gets
bigger
rough.
brain than OTT, man. Remembering the stack, all that stuff.
Yeah.
確実に詰めていこうという、石橋を渡るような判断でしょうか。ビクトリアのレギオンスキルで
All right,
Man,
here we go.
You get like popcorn for these like Bermuda mirrors, man.
Yeah, honestly. Only one
when's that?
again. Not seeing the grade 2s at all. Alright, there's a PG, and here comes the second one. So we know for sure that this will be the 6th damage because we saw the PG go to the bottom. Question of, will there be a heal to save Hisapon? Because that could change things. That could change things thanks to the Ashley. There will not be though. Yamekake will be the one to win game 1.
We're free, boys.
We're free, once again.
We're free, boys.
Oh.
Oh wow, that was a there were quite a lot of effort in staying awake, you know.
Yep. I have so much respect for Fuhi and Namuru for carrying through that. Good God.
It's like worse because it's against a paladin match, so the game is definitely gonna go slow, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with that early game setup, there's just nothing you can do as a 3-attack kind of paladin player.
Yep.
You're done.
That was a 20-minute match. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's not even the set. That was literally just one game.
Yeah, man. Lucky Broody is fast, man.
Yeah.
I hope he keeps the streak going.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta root for those confident players who don't bring Bermuda to their lineup.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, it's not like we hate the clan guys.
Yeah. I have a Bermuda deck. I have an Anj deck.
We all have a Bermuda deck, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone cashed in January.
It's not a Nemuel deck.
Yeah, it's not an Emuel deck.
Like, there was another list like later down the track that was like the same thing. Except you had Crooks, and that's why Crook got restricted. Well, you
True.
loop Crook.
Yeah. I had to play with Ethics Baldu. I think he only finished in top 16. Sadly. Damn, so
Alright,
Dotto lost in top 8 as well, didn't he? So Iden lost top 16, Dotto lost top 8. Unfortunate.
Which was the longest championship we had? I think we checked it out last time, right?
I think it was the
one
last one, no?
Oh, was it?
The first Legion one, yeah. I'm pretty sure that was the longest one we had so far.
Oh.
This one
I
we
thought it might have
started
been
later, so it won't be that long.
Yeah, I thought the first one was the longest at some point.
No, that one felt really quick.
Mirrors, right?
But MLB Mirror went by fairly quick.
Huh.
1 hour 0 game, hopefully never.
1 hour 0 game. I mean, that'd be crazy to see. Just saying. Right? I wouldn't want to be there though.
Yeah.
Listening to it, it's like, dude, my game went on for 1 hour. Like, well, that's insane, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Hopefully, I don't have to play.
Play, cast, watch. I'll just
The
acknowledge
worst one would be
assistance.
like, you're there for an hour and the guy is lagging.
Oh yeah, that's when they're lagging. It always takes forever. Oh my god. All right, Kagero
Lagging.
versus Jules. Hisapon really wants to win with Jules. I like it. We always just see him play. We've only seen him play Bermudas and Royals, I think. Oh no, we did see his Kagero once.
Is that a misplay though? Right? You need the third place, man. You need the third place for the mat
Mm-hmm.
to sell to me. Come on, guys. Willing to buy. Makari it up.
Yeah. You gotta refresh the Mercari from now on. They do end up on there.
I think they sell it to that TCG cafe as well. You know, there's that one that we
Oh
always
yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Have you been to that one? Have you been to that cafe?
Not the cafe. I've been to TCG bar, but I haven't been to cafe. It's pretty recent, I think. Or I don't know if it's
Was
that
that
recent, but yeah, I know which one you're talking about. The one with all the prizes.
Yeah. I think my friend tried to get it, but they were closed on certain days, so we couldn't.
Ah, I'll check it out next year. Next
next
spring,
year.
it's time. We'll be in this almost the same time zone, dude. I won't have to wake up at
Right.
6 a.m. for these anymore. It's gonna be like a chill Sunday afternoon. Gonna have
I'll
had
just,
lunch.
I'll just drive down.
Yeah, literally, just drive down. Let's go.
Drive down.
Easy. Get some grub after.
Yeah. I mean, remember when like Google Maps used to give directions for intercontinental travel?
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, how do you get to Japan? Like, just go to the port, swim for like 5 days, and you're there.
You're good.
Now
Yeah.
they don't have that anymore.
Aw.
'Cause
No fun.
someone probably tried it.
Yeah. Try to
It's a
sue
legal
them.
issue.
Oh my god. Oh, damn! It's somehow refreshing to see Kagero again.
Oh yeah, I know, right? I can't wait for a Kagero mirror. That'll be
We haven't seen brawlers in a hot minute, man.
because they keep on getting bad.
Unfortunate.
They need Deleter's brawler and like Bermuda in one, and then we'll definitely see the brawler. I think.
Nobody's playing deleters though. I think
Yeah, I think
deleters aren't that hot.
16.
Yeah.
They knocked out in top 16.
Yeah. No, the only Link Joker player was Blaster Joker. It was a Starbaiter.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah.
Oh, she.
Deleters aren't that hot, man. Tier 2,
Bruh.
bro. Tier 2
Tier
confirmed.
2? More like tier 0. Tier 0,
man.
buddy.
Yep. Alright, sword me moment. Let's go. This makes a very nice 22k column potentially.
Wow. So, is it doing? He's still thinking, eh? Still thinking. Yeah. This is
Alright.
called the Prismy.
Yeah, Prismy's good. Ditch heals or whatever other dud cards you have in hand.
Yeah.
I think you
Got enough as
swing
well.
Ashley into rear, Miranda into Van, then power from Miranda goes to sword me, 22k column. Easy.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
It's like you know the deck.
Wow. Brain moment.
Insane.
Alright. Miranda, find that PG.
Yep.
Show us those PGs.
Well, we can't show
I love
you.
the
Maybe show
yeah.
you later.
I love the sleeves for this championship. Like the way the waves are drawn, it looks like the Demon Slayer water breathing
Oh,
visual effect. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's
Hey,
a
no,
hint.
Touch Me brought leaders.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Then there was just one Starvader, I think.
Yeah, one Star Vader, one leader.
Choosing not to break right, it is a bit too early. 2 to 6 is a tall order.
But it has been done. It has
Been done.
Actually, it doesn't have enough CB for it to be done, so
True.
it can't be done yet.
Not yet. Gotta wait. Does he
Except
see a
with
heal?
Belcosti.
Ugh,
Yeah.
doesn't see it. Yeah, I guess with Belcosti did good work, yeah. Alright, boom.
doing it
1 damage.
That's alright. It's a limit break. He's on limit break, so you can force him to ride up now, or just go for the one shot next turn. Depends if he has the Miranda, right? The Miranda, if he has another one, it kind of helps him dig for perfect guards. It's pretty good.
Yep.
If he doesn't.
Oh, there was 2
Yeah,
elite leaders. Oh, never mind. Well, 2 leaders and 1 Blaster Joker.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Like, if Yamakake also needs that grade 1 for that big power boost, if
Mhm.
he doesn't get it, like that wombo combo is going to be pretty hard.
Going for Ivan. Oh, no sword me's left in deck. So he has to just use the sword me from
Unlucky.
hand. Alright, well, let's see what this will call. Alright, Prisby's good. We'll get the power up as well. Dropping the heal, yep. You want to set up that drop zone for Legion.
Yeah.
Miranda looking good
Whoa,
too.
there it is. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to Legion? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. 2 sword me's in the heal. And the Miranda as well. All the heavy lifters of the deck.
Remember that time he didn't Legion?
Yeah.
Okay, so he just attacks a rear, then 2 face attacks, right? So crit goes in, and then if it gets... Oh!
Yeah, it didn't... I don't agree with that, but... Oh,
Wait,
he doesn't
wait,
have
wait,
Ashley
wait.
Vanguard, he can't use it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I totally forgot.
Yep. Very important.
You can go for the Overlord now. With the rear.
Yeah. There's the risk of that just being used, but it doesn't really... It's not as threatening as if when you're on 4 or on
Well,
5.
It's play around the Wombo combo, but with the hand size that Yamakake has, I don't think the Wombo combo is happening.
Probably
Alright,
not,
so
'cause you have
5
to-
hand is pretty hard to do.
Ride, then Persona Blast, and then have 2 cards left, so you have only 1 card you can call, and it's probably your PG, so
でここ
Yeah,
not worth it right now. I don't know.
you need way more cards in hand to be able to do it. So
ですけど、ハンドが相当前すぎ
you
て
can just kind of, well, you can just. Let's put it at 3. That's like.
It's so hard. It's really, really hard.
Looks like he's still doing it. He's doing something at least.
You could try to go for the high roll and just kind of like
でマコラが
see if you can just draw into the cards needed to drop for Dauntless.
ドーンテスのコストになっちゃうんで、
I mean, he doesn't have to set up like
まあ先ほど
3 attacks.
の
So
同じ条件
he discards one to pop the front row. Then he can boost the Overlord as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then do like three attacks to the face, which
Yeah,
is
that's right.
well, it's 2 nulls, right? I think it's 2 nulls. So That's doable. I mean, it's not great, but then again, you're against Dual Knights, which their only form of tutoring is Miranda. So
Whoa! Why did he ride? Nothing
even
from the
do?
twin drive? Oh, he's just going for the restand. Oh, did he draw into all of his Legion mates? Oh, he's just trying to find heals. Okay, that's interesting. Wow.
wow, that double heal.
That somehow worked out.
Yo,
that somehow worked
paid
out.
off, dude.
Oh my god. That somehow worked out. That is definitely a bruh moment. That's for
Bruh.
sure.
Bleh?
Yep. That's a Kai moment as well.
Yeah, no,
Oh
do that all
my
the time,
god.
boys. easy game.
Just do it left and right. Alright, Ivan here.
Bruh.
Can search sword me. Get those intercepts.
I mean, at least Ivan has a crit,
状況にある
right?
Yeah.
At least Ivan has a crit.
Okay. Pull the sword me out. Get that intercept. Little buff too.
ボーテクスの能力
Very nice. Overcall it. Yup. Legion right back. You still threaten lethal here, but I'm pretty sure Yamaka has PGs for days at this point.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be an issue. His hand is still really small though.
Actually, if he okay, here's the thing: if he has PG for days, that means there's less things he can call to the field.
Yeah.
So this is kind of fine. He swings in 1 here, lethal comes in to get rid of a perfect guard. Then he can kill the Overlord,
Yep.
and then leave him with 3 cards in hand. Well, 4, but there's not much you can do with 4.
Yeah. This might go. I feel like this goes to Overlord, yeah. You don't want to give them those options. Once you're at 4, Overlord is a lot more scary. But now
Yeah.
you do give him the heal that he can put back to deck, which is also kind of scary.
Yeah.
Although at the same time, if you use Vortex here, you put them to 5, so your heals don't even activate.
あとは
Yeah,
Still
but
good
the
to have
problem-
him
like, yeah, like what happens here is if he legions and pops, right, he goes down to 3 cards in deck. Then he can make a column of 16,
感が持ってるから
but then that last card is just really awkward.
Hmm.
どれかハマ
You can't make 3 attacks to the face, just 2, and maybe he can live through 2 is what he's once thinking.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, and then after that, since he has like he controlled his opponent's damage, he has 2 possible lethal attacks on Yamekake.
Yeah. Alright. Fuki saying, how many times have we seen this Legion come through already? Oh, there's no Overlord. 1 bar of time though. Gotta hurry up, Yamekake.
この
Oh, does he not drop? No, he's not gonna drop it. He's gonna just go for Overlord. That's perfectly fine too. You can still confirm 3 hits to the face with this. Gotta go fast though. Timer's running out.
Dude, would you say that's speed, dude?
Yeah, he just instantly went
fast.
for it.
But if a
Speed
trigger comes out here, it's a big shutdown. It is like
Yeah,
maybe
it's
the
really
biggest
big.
shutdown.
of the century. There will
right.
not be though. That's a PG.
Y2K.
That is pretty bad. Alright, there's Burnout. Neo Flame. There's a PG. Does Hisapon have the second one? Or is Yamakaki going to be the one to take the 3rd place prize? There's no heals been out yet. Hisapon could see one here, but he does not.
Gancelot. He
No
doesn't play Gancelot, guys.
Ashley's, no Gancelots, and no way to save himself. Yamakaki is going to take this one.
Wow.
Damn. That double heal literally saved him. The double heal was so important there.
That double heal was tight, man. You have to play to your outs. You have to play to your wins.
Yep. Yeah, if the first thing Fuki says is like, everything changed from that double heal. That was definitely the big turning point.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yep.
Well, now we have the finals. Alright, the speedrunner versus the speed run? I don't know. How do we describe the other person?
Yeah.
The other player.
Hard to say, hard to say.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of players that we haven't seen. Like, Nidaime obviously we know, but Hisapon, Yamekake, like, those are all new names that, at least in my mind, they're new names that are topping here. I mean, we can always check them on the website.
Brudia is definitely a new name.
Yeah, so Hisapon only has one top, and Yamekake has three tops. So 3 little tops, very nice. Also, they have Battle Dome out here. Oh, he was on Tsukuyomi today. Interesting. Chagi had the leaders. Yeah, the leaders. And greats.
That's right, this one. There was another leader as well. But
And so in finals we have Brutia, and who was the other finalist?
Nidaime, right?
Oh yeah, it wasn't Nidaime, huh? Yeah, Nidaime has been here a fair bit. He was one of the top players in... Pretty sure I've seen him before. There we go, alright. Brutia versus Nidaime. Nidaime has been here many times now. So the lineups are Shadows Narukami Kagero for Brutia, and Bermuda Narukami Kagero for Nidaime.
Okay, Brutia probably bans Bermuda, right?
I think he's seen enough. He knows.
That will literally stop his speedrun. So he bans it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know what Nidaime bans. Narukami has to be, right?
I guess so, yeah.
So we actually will probably get to see Narukami, unless they both ban each other's Narukamis.
Yeah, hopefully we can see Brawlers finally. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Do you play Stormbring Dragon in your Narukami deck?
I don't know. I actually don't.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of it either. I just run like everything is pretty much it gets
Power, yeah, same. Also, I just saw it says that I guess we noticed it earlier, but I now further realize that you can't change the trigger that's set on the grade 0 of the stuff, so you can't put like, like Belial Owl that would be a crit, or Belial Owl that would be a heal. That'd be kind of insane.
That's pretty. I mean, imagine an Owata crit.
Yeah, oh my god. Don't start.
Crazy, dude.
I'm really glad that we're getting effect triggers. This is the right timeline.
Yeah, maybe we'll put stride crit soon.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Imagine stride crit strats. Imagine how Gize will work in this game.
Oh god. Don't start.
Oh god.
Well, we have Crime Breakdown from 0CS Summer as well. So we have 11 Kageros, 9 Shadows, 11 Narukamis, 8 Bermudas, 2 Royals, 1 Seeker, 1 Jewel Knight, 1 Genesis, which was the Witch Yggdrasil hybrid, 3 Link Jokers, 1 Novas, and 2 OTTs. Line wants to play more Lyrical. Yeah, Lyrical's pretty cool. I need to start playing with Felty and Clarissa and stuff. Those are the decks I think I'm most interested in.
Oh, really? Can play the Felty Wisteria combo.
Oh, Felty! Oh, damn, you already found out about that.
Yeah, it's everywhere, man.
Damn.
Everywhere,
Like,
man.
I played with my Japanese friend, he's like, yeah, one of my, like, friends told me about this, but he said not to tell anyone. And I was like, okay, I'll be quiet.
Oh, it's on VG. Just show VG top deck.
Yeah.
It's literally every single Felty list is that.
I'm not surprised. It's really good. It's way better
Oh,
than...
yes!
Oh.
You can see a Narukami.
Finally, Narukami. Here we go.
Oh, but I've seen Brutia deal with Narukamis, and it's literally just pretty brutal. He just goes face.
Yep. And then also,
afraid.
Revengers just have a nice matchup because they retired their own stuff. Alright, so this is the finals, everyone. Here we are to see who will be crowned the champion for the summer season. We only do this every 3 months. We
Wow,
see you
look at
guys
that.
every 3 months. It really feels like it's less. It feels like this happens way more frequently than every 3 months, but it really is just every 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we just lose track of time. Like,
Yeah.
time is just relative now.
Honestly, the post-COVID timeline.
It's like 0CS, what's happening tomorrow? Well, you know what happens when 0CS ends.
0 CS again.
Right.
That's right. All right. Goes into the grade 2. This is the best of the power-up ones. I always try to ride the one of the shotgun blow legion because that's like the least least
Oh,
best.
do you only run one of that?
I run 2 or 3.
Oh, okay, yeah, I run like 3. I think I only run 3 of this one. I like run 3 of everything.
No, this one you definitely want to have is 4. I think because it's the best one. The resist one is also really good because of all the paladins in ladder.
Yeah. I run 3 of that too. Actually, I can run 4 of that. This
Yep.
would be really annoying.
All right. Let's see this. Ooh, Tartu on Vanguard. That's not the best, but if you have Nemain, I guess that's a different story.
Ooh. Juicy.
I wonder if we're gonna see any nerfs because usually after 0CS ends, that's when the nerfs get announced. To like,
Or maybe we'll just see buffs. Just more
it
buffs.
might be just buffs, yeah. Could be just
Look at
buffs.
this. Wow.
All right, swinging with the BDRA. Vanguard going in with a 14. Oh, right. Well, 4 damage against 1. That's definitely the Brutia special. The RTA is happening.
I mean, it could have been nice if he wanted to, if he saved the Abyss to like Boss Dog Abyss to kill the Helena or something like that next turn. Because this turn's gonna be a very tame turn. No,
Yeah.
no multi attacks or anything like that.
Buru. Te. I. Ah. Got a tweet, you know, for the pack giveaway. Get your tweet in there. Hashtag 0CS.
Hashtag 0GF, man.
That's right.
Okay, so can he actually do it? He's got the CB, right? But does he have 4? Oh, he can Legion. Ooh.
He can Legion, which means he's going for it. Damn, is he actually going in that hard? He only has 1 CB. Unless he has Doran
Yeah.
BDR in hand, which is a different story. Alright, Mordred. I think he's going for it.
Yeah, I think he's just going in, man.
Brutia is the god speedrunner, man. He's like RTA life.
Like, I mean, if you think about it, why put intercepts? They don't do anything.
Oh, he could have called Macard before Legioning.
No, but then you leave things on the field, so
Oh, true. Yeah.
why
True.
bother, dude?
True.
Look at this. 2 attacks to the face. Narukami hasn't even been able to start filtering his hand with Helena.
Oh my god. Draw, heal. Wow.
Literally
Alright, show those
perfect.
PGs. Nidaime being put in the corner here. The pressure combos. It's just like fighting games, man. He's
Yep.
just mashing in the corner. Get those PGs out of him.
The thing is, he's like
Oh.
refunding his field for hand as well.
Yep.
Which is important.
Oh, heal draw, let's go. Brutia out here with the full power. Both PGs already seen here.
Yep.
Pretty strong
Now,
start. Brutia out here.
Nidaime's turn. Already burnt 2 perfect guards. Actual insane. He's
Yep.
forced to play over heal so he can have a chance of like healing.
Very
I mean-
good. Very good.
Is it like? Do you even bother to use Big Bang's effect? Well, he's doing it. You got like a grade 3 on the field, just not doing anything.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely doing this just to filter for the Helene's effect to try to dig.
Yeah.
But like, look, if Brutia gets a trigger here, that side column won't hit, but it will now because he got a trigger.
Yeah, it hits down. It hits down. Alright. Amount of knuckles in
Usually,
damage zone?
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, usually when you see like these turns, right? These Narukami turns, it is like 3 damage because you destroy your opponent's juicy field, everything powers up, and you deal 2 more in.
Yep.
But this turn is pretty tame. It's only 2 damage. Not great. You only got 2 cards in hand as well.
Yeah,
You're playing
yeah.
against Revenges, right? So stuff dies.
Oh, Cormac. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty good.
All right, so
You
this
know-
is where he can just re-legion all those heals that he whiffed.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
and get a crit. You know, I didn't realize Cormac could retire anything. I thought I had to retire Revenger. But then one day I'm
Yeah,
like,
you can pop your sword
the sword-
breakers.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. Sword
Oh,
breakers. God.
BDR. So we can. Wow, you're setting up double BDR, no skill. No Dorans on the field either for countercharge. I guess that's fine. But he has
But
to.
he can just sack
Oh, he has
one.
to sack one of them. That kind of hurts.
That's
But
fine.
You're
He's
against brawlers. It's
our-
actually a good thing.
Yeah.
You have to really rewire your
smart.
brain. You have to rewire your brain to be okay with killing your own rears. It's crazy. And no PGs found. That was the 2 from last turn.
Wow.
Does Nidame find a heal? There's a 5th damage PG, and the 6th damage is not a heal. Brutia, the speedrunner, wins the first game.
I mean, that's just how you do it. That's how it's done.
Yep.
You know what? You know what else? What other words start with B? Big and brain, right?
True.
Yeah, big brain. And brawlers as
right.
well.
And
Like-
Bruce. And Baron Magnus.
And Bruce. But yeah, he's a big eater. That starts with a B.
That's right. That's
He
right.
eats them for breakfast.
Damn. Champion any percent RTA? What a Chad. What a Chad.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
B for best player.
True. True. Dinner reservation at 6? You know he does.
Yeah.
You know he does.
You need to go to the toilet? No problem. We'll finish this quick, man.
Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry. It's almost over. Yeah, damn, I just checked YouTube. We got 444 subs. That's very nice. Cool number. Big
Wow.
Booty Bastion? That's right.
Bermuda Triangle. Ooh, wow. Let's
Oh.
chill out, man.
Relax, dude. Relax.
You know what else starts with B? Banned.
Oh my god. Alright.
We've got the Japanese casters very serious. We're just talking
Meanwhile,
about what's
yeah,
starting
yeah,
with B.
Quite literally night and day. It'd be like that.
Let's load up some online Scrabble. Start putting all the words that would be.
Oh my god. Man, but for Brutia, like, such a good start, and now his second deck is what? Kagero,
Kagero.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
And
been
he plays-
speedrunning with that too. He was the one that did 2 to 6, didn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was the one
Big
with 2 to
combo-
6.
Big combo Kagero.
Yep. Damn, Brutia, I mean,
His editions start with a B. It's editions. You know?
man, like, this is really cool. Like, I'm actually really happy to see Brutia, you know, literally has no 0 tops before this. But damn, he said, like, now that I've made it this far, I have to win the playmat. Well, he's definitely won the playmat. Both these players are getting that. Now it's a question of
Yeah.
how many gems they're gonna get from winning. I like how every single championship, the first place always manages to win our respect some way or another.
Yeah, I don't know. We respect him for going fast, you know?
Yeah, I mean, just looking so strong.
Zero doesn't have to be hard, boys. Just learn. Just learn from the best.
Yeah, honestly.
It can be simple. Simple and easy.
It's not the first person we've seen who, like, played Revengers, for example, super aggressively and, like, won with it either. It's happened a few times before, too.
Yeah.
So,
Like Ruketa.
yep. Looking
It's
very
like,
good.
it's like I have to double check. Is that him? Is that actually him?
Yep. Yep.
Oh wow. Okay. What do you think? Do we get Kagero vs Narukami? Is that
Yeah,
a-
it's going to be a bit of a harder matchup. I mean, it's going to be an easier matchup for Narukami compared to Shadows that just, like, you know, clear their own board and don't have to worry about anything, right?
You know, the really cool thing about, you know, the brawlers, right, is like, you know, when you use the effect to draw a card, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, drawing card's pretty good.
I love it. I've like drawn so many like perfect cards before. It's insane. And I think like when you think about that, going into stride, right? When you stride and draw a card, I think that's pretty huge too.
I think that's actually huge, yeah. I think that is very exciting.
You might take out quicker though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I can't wait, man. Also, like, the fact that, like, you know, in Legion, we like to overcall stuff a lot, you know, just to, like, Legion back specific things. That's not really going to happen in G. You know, every card is very precious. A lot of things are combo pieces. It might kind of slow down because, you know, A lot of cards are GB locked as well, so you don't want to put them down early. It's gonna be really interesting how the game pace will change in G, but of course that's for next month. We'll talk about that plenty. First, we got this final match. Brutia 1 game away from becoming the champion. Nidaime is stuck with Narukami. I think that's the right call as well. I think that's the right call. Heal whiffed, but that's okay, you just put that back.
Yeah, I mean, can Brutia 2-0 this game as well? He's been 2-0ing everyone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's not stopping. He cannot be stopped. But can he?
Yep. Are we at the finals?
Question,
Yes. We've already been in the finals for a bit now. Oh, and you can use the Stormbring here. See what he finds.
Yeah, Nidami's been really good
Whiffed.
at getting a Helena. It's really nice.
Oh, didn't use the Helena though.
Oh,
Guess the hand is
his
pretty
hand
good.
that good? Yeah.
He also whiffed the Great Research, so I'm assuming he has both Big Bangs already in hand. Alright, Conroe. Let's search that
Problem is-
PG.
Okay, he's going to 3 first, so he can't Legion at all. But
Yep.
I guess it's fine. But his hand is like very low, like super low. 4 cards not a lot.
Oh. Whoa. That's actually really smart. That's really smart because
Yeah.
he can't actually attack, and they want to keep their grade 2s in hand for the, you know, for the power-up guys, for the turn that they Legion. So forcing your opponent to deal with these interceptors on a turn where they don't want to is really smart. Brutia out here making plays.
This is
Alright.
the only time he's. This is the only time he's ever going to get value from these intercepts.
Exactly.
As well.
Exactly.
And when these intercepts die, it means he can Legion first turn.
Damn.
If you
All
really
right.
want.
Brutia doing some big plays right here. All right. Solas 2. Get that draw. Yeah, he's happy to call them down though. These are the lower power-up guys. If he has the 11k attackers, that's going to be much bigger.
Well, even the 9K, like Lee is the worst one.
Yeah,
But the other guy,
he's pretty
4
decent.
attacks is 21, is
Yeah.
already pretty good.
That's right.
It's not bad. Throwing away another shotgun. But now he's like giving us TV as well. Great is easy. Easy Legion. Can help dig. Doesn't have to commit much to the front row as well.
I think here, Brutia can keep controlling the pressure. Like, you basically confirm 2 damage here easily, cycle the hand to find PGs, and you don't have to commit a big board either. Like, just commit 2 interceptors, or like 2 attackers, basically, that clear the front row.
Yeah, I mean, the cool
Or just
thing here
this.
is
This
you
is
can
literally enough.
Yeah. Any Vanguard like this can be used to
Oh.
use for effect.
Wait a second. He could actually clear the grate on the rearguard circle, take out the Helena,
Yes.
and this
Yes.
way he doesn't have any rears on the board, so brawlers can't power up. Oh my god, Brutia is using 100% of his power out here to just counter Nidaime's brawlers every single step of the way.
Yeah, this is
Brutia.
incredibly smart.
Looking so good right now. Oh my god, look at this. Not leaving up any board. I wonder if Nidaime would respond with a shotgun blow. That's what I want to see. I think
Yeah,
the
but even if
is
he-
shotgun blow.
Even if he does respond with a shotgun, you're forcing cards out of his opponent's hand. Because how does he transition away from shotgun back into this?
Yeah.
He'll need more cards, right? And if he's doing that, he's also needs to commit cards onto the field to push more pressure. But he's not. Like the two things just it ain't working, right?
Yeah, that's right.
He's and also he's been discarding all his shotguns, so he's kind of gone in on this play. And I mean, the best that he might do here is he still uses the big knuckle busters effect
Just a cycle.
just to draw one and
Yeah.
create like a 13k base. Right, he's doing that.
Yeah.
But there's just no value from this.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, to Derek Raid. Appreciate it. You guys are tuning in right now to the final match. Brutia versus Nidaime in the Zero Summer Championship. Brutia has been literally outplaying Nidaime every step of the way in this matchup. Oh,
He's
going
playing
in.
literally everyone.
Yeah.
And again, this situation is perfect for Brutia because the grade doesn't care about one intercept.
Exactly.
That one intercept is just breakfast. Right, it's delicious.
Yep. Eat it up. No problem.
Yeah, heat it up in the microwave, boys.
Yeah, let's go. All right, now the question is, what kind of board does Brutia want to present? Because obviously now it's getting a bit tough when you're at 4 damage. Like, you're going to be depending more on PGs to survive. Because obviously if you leave with no board, you can still swing 3 times to the face. Still lasts for 2 PGs.
He is drawing 2 cards though, like going through 2 cards in his deck, so he can make. Oh, he's.
Oh, the heal is so big.
Wow.
The heal is so big. Oh my god.
Everything.
Where can
going
you see the
through-
deck list? I posted in chat. Oh, 2 heals discarded as well. That could be a big Legion later on. Here comes the restand. Alright, time for a PG check, or this might be game already. Brutia might just be the champion on this turn. No healing, but that's fine.
That's
There's
the
a PG.
last heal.
Yeah, that is the last heal. Wow.
Oh.
That being said, he can just Legion back next turn, especially if we see a heal from Nidaime because he hasn't seen any yet.
Yeah.
That could change things. Unless he's been drawing into all of them, which does happen very often. Alright, he has the
He's
power-ups.
got another Helena.
Alright, the heal comes through. That's really big. Very, very important. So now, suddenly Vortex is on the table as well. Because now you have 2 intercepts to get rid of very easily.
Yeah.
But the 1 column doesn't actually power up enough to hit here. He needed to see a trigger on that. This hits for 27. No trigger there, but that's going to be all she wrote for Nidaime for that turn. Now, does Brutia have the Vortex to close it out? He does! Oh my god.
Wow. His
Vortex
hand
here.
is massive as well. He can literally make 3
Yep.
attacks to the face, and that is literally game.
And he can, like, Legion back 3 heals or something. It's all 4. All 4 heals are going
Yeah.
back. Oh my god.
So
Alright,
smart.
Brutia.
So smart.
Literally 6 cards in hand, 1 of them will be discarded. The remaining 5 can be used to make that board that can hit for 18. All you gotta do is hit 18, that's all that matters. A PG goes to the damage zone! You just have to get through the PGs with your rears now. Can he make a board? The cross-ride state is being really annoying though, so for Nidaime that could be the saving
Yeah.
grace.
Yeah. Crossride. Very, very smart. of him to-
Oh, I think he has 3 PGs in hand.
Ah.
Oh, that's suddenly tough. You might
He
even be
has to-
wondering if it was more worth to stay on the grade in that case. Oh, he's calling them down. Oh, he sees the heal. This could
Wow.
be it. This is probably gonna get PG'd, but this could be it on that Bellicosity turn. No, this is gonna hit! For Nidaime, he has to see the last heal in his deck come through right here, and it does! Oh my god, he survives! He survives with a 6 damage heal. Could this be enough to even out the set? Did Brutia get too cocky there and put down the PG that he needed to survive?
If he has 3 PGs, he's fine, because the heal basically saves him as well. That means he only needs 2 PGs. Right?
Does Nidaime have a big bang?
If he doesn't, then he's in trouble. He's in even bigger
Oh,
trouble.
yeah, he does so much that he even has the reride. Ooh. Wow.
Does he have the slash? He should have it, right?
I'm assuming he does. He needs the power-ups right now. I mean, he can cycle, right? 3 heals back and a slash, too.
He definitely needs those heals. Definitely needs those heals.
Brutia's been playing amazingly so far. Yep, there's a big bang. Get the full board clear. And just a little bit of power. At least one of those columns will hit. PG check is not what you want to see. Blank.
Blank,
All you
blank.
need- 1 PG to protect and survive. He doesn't have it. No, that was his only PG. What else was in his hand? Oh no, there has to be heal outside it. The heals he put back from
Wow.
the vortex coming through here,
That is
managing to
justice,
survive. God damn, this is
6 damage justice, boys.
6 damage justice. It really is just the Kai buffs at all times. He even has the vortex to burn. No front row for you. No back row for you either. This is gonna be lethal beyond
Remember,
lethal.
there is heals. There is heals in Nidaime's deck.
There are heals. This might not be over yet unless we're gonna see one come through. But that is it. Brutia takes it 2-0 the entire way through.
Wow. He nearly was not gonna 2-0, but then.
Man, this weekend we've had nothing but amazing finals, man. Yesterday, F4F WCC was insane.
Yeah, guys.
And now
That'll be up
this
soon
too.
on Steve's channel, right? So
Yeah,
you
during the
check that
week.
one out.
During the week.
Be insane.
Damn.
Insane.
何されても勝つ
Wow.
Champion any percent RTA. Somebody should actually check how fast did the champions win throughout all the seasons.
I think this is the fastest. I think this is one of the fastest. 100%.
I feel like it should be. There might have been one that was slightly faster, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, normally we equate like 2-0's fast championships as like you know, oh, that must have been terrible. It was just like one of the league teams sweeping the other team. But this one,
This was close the entire way through.
yeah, and it showed like some really great strats, you know, really smart strats. So it wasn't a disappointment or anything like that. It was just quality games,
Yeah,
quality gameplay.
this was genuinely amazing the whole way through. Like, really quality games, really amazing showing by both players. And man, Brutia just played super clean. Brutia played really clean and showed the world, you know, what he's capable of. That was really
Doesn't
clean.
get cleaner than that, honestly. That was actual super clean.
Yep.
It was like it's like cleaner than Mr. Sheen, right? You know.
Oh my god. That was impressive. That was impressive. The final went for 20 minutes, including the commentary in the middle of the match. That was faster than one
Wow.
Bermuda game. Wow.
Yeah, that was
Crazy.
faster than one Bermuda game.
Ugh. That was intense. That was intense.
Yeah. Intense. Yep, that's right. How fast was Shear's game? I forgot. Was Shear's game really fast?
I feel like it was quite fast, yeah, from what I remember as well.
It was like one guy getting beaten down by Sanctuary of Light, and the other guy not able to combo or something like that, right?
Yep. Alright, here's your top three. Yamekake in third. Nidaime. Kind of funny that Nidaime is in Ni, you know, he's second.
Yeah, no,
And
right.
Brutia in first. Congratulations to all the players.
Even the characters are clapping at the background of that.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
sure. Quoting clap. Alright. That is it, folks. So as always, I'll upload this VOD to YouTube so you guys can rewatch it in the future. People like watch those forever. Like there's literally I got a comment yesterday, it was like, oh, I like to come back to watch like Shira play Sanctuary of Light. I'm like, wow, so dedicated. So dedicated. Oh. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for us as well. Thank you, Kai, very much for coming through and helping out as well. Hashtag exclamation mark WCC in chat. Give some love to the YouTube channel. Also the stream too, huh? There we go. Follow the stream as well.
Oh, nice.
Give it all that love. Give it all that love. So yeah, you stream pretty regularly these days too, so go check it out.
Try to do it at least once a week.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I guess this time there won't be any new Zero set opening on Wednesday. Unless you want to like play
Kinda sad,
buffs.
isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably still gonna stream on that day and just like, you know, try out the buffs, I guess. Build decks.
Try out the buff.
It feels weird to say that, but you know, it'd be like that.
Yeah.
Whew.